Chat, what's up? Hello, hello, how are you doing? How's everyone feeling? Best of ones today. Best of ones. Horrible for the teams, fun for us. What's up, everyone? What's up? Jeff Hitch, hello mate, how we doing? Did I see the GE Ascent comp? Nah, do I need to go look? They didn't actually run the one that they had in that video, right? Cat, kitty, cat, kitty, cat. Wow, thank you so much for the prime. Thank you for that. Appreciate the 15 months as well, dude. Long time. First to G2, BBL G2 Gozen is the first game, and then I'm not sure what they're showing on stream. I imagine it will be most likely, again, trying not to curse anyone, but probably BBL G2. That's what I'm thinking. Best of 3, best of 1s. Best of 1s today. They pretty much run through the whole tournament today. One day tournament, and they just absolutely send it. I will say that I have plat chat in 4 hours, so I might miss some of the games at the end, but we'll raid someone. Also, plat chat might finish in time for me to be able to catch like the lower bracket final. So it says G2 vs Sicko on VLR. Okay, well then maybe that's what we're watching. I'm just gonna watch whatever the mainstream watch. We can go ahead and take a look at the rosters
kind of low.
that are going to be lining up into this one. Kicking it off with the Chilean candidates, Cairo. This is a challengers roster from LATAM South and a chance for them to match up against some European counterparts.
Udatan had an insane clutch clip. I'm telling you, that guy's great. Venox Noah, thank you so much for the prime. Thank you for the 9 months. And Frau, I think that's how I say that. Frau, thank you so much. Pretty sure that I say that. Frau_Val, thank you for the prime, you too. Venox, appreciate it. Troix as well, hello mate. Thank you for the 14 months. Did I rearrange my room? My girlfriend changed the hamster layout for the hamster, made it a little bit Christmassy. I don't know if you can see, maybe I can make it bigger.
You can already hear the team shouting about.
Honestly, I feel like everything's blocked by the water bottle. Behind the water bottle, there's a Christmas tree.
Belgium has to offer from their qualifier, with the exception of Scream, who was watch partying it instead, couldn't lock down his services. Another team that we have to be keeping our eyes on.
People in today, yeah.
Definitely, yeah, and of course we've got a whole group of challenger players.
Yeah, that's what I thought, Gabrielle. I thought that's what they said. Honestly, I feel like it is the BBL game.
Actually, as well, has been waiting months.
I feel like VLR is not to be trusted.
So yeah, it's really exciting to see these challenger.
G Aldra with the tier 1. Thank you so much for the 19 months. Thank you. Is it LAN? Yeah, it's LAN.
Where we move on to NXT.
G2 Gozen is NA.
Yeah, I mean NXT. Everyone knows them from the EU tier 2 Northern Europe stage, but it's a different roster.
Not watching from the arena. Nah. I travelled back. I had to do content in Netherlands and then back home for a little bit. What drops are enabled right now? The Jinx drops. The Jinx drop is enabled right now.
Fnatic's new assistant coach. We'll perhaps see some more of him later on in the competition, or at least
where's the LAN Berlin? Yeah, same place as Champs.
A couple of teams to get the Polaris mention in there as well, but I'm looking forward
game
to
changes.
seeing NXT compete alongside one of the others that we've got, Permitted Unicorns. The German qualified team has to be one of the favourites out of these outside qualified names that we've got. What with it being?
We know where CNET is going. No, we're not sure. It's a different venue. Oh, really? I thought they were doing it there, Saint.
Yeah, definitely. And even if you looked at the German qualifiers,
Milan, yeah, Milan was with them.
A lot of big German teams to get to this point as well. You know, they had VCL DAC and Project V teams that they had to go up against. You're thinking of your alternate attacks, all of those ones that are very common with each other. So yeah, they've had a long way to get here as well.
Yeah, having played in
starting tomorrow, there's best of 3s. Yeah, the main event starts tomorrow. This is just so far.
This is just
It'll be interesting
qualifier.
to see how they do against some of the other names that we've got here. Now getting into the Turks towards the end from the last chance qualifier in EMEA. It's BBL.
Friend is
They've
playing
got
on
international-
Sicko and
the
their
international
game versus
players
G2 should
in
be on the main
Olympic
stage.
sets.
Okay,
Yeah, I
then
mean, BBL's a really
then maybe that's
exciting
what's getting shown.
prospect with
We'll
them
see.
moving into that international roster, but just as
Watch
exciting
planning
as a
GE Boom.
extra-
I'm not
they've
entirely
changed
sure
the
because I
dual
think it
step from the,
conflicts with
internationally renowned CNED to the up and coming
sorry,
Zeus.
chat.
Everyone's excited to see where
Let me double check everything.
on the next well, 4th seed from EMA from this
What does
year.
tomorrow look
Wondering
like?
what the next evolution for this roster is.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm glad that you brought in this new addition because everyone sat there thinking, can he live up to the replacement being
It's at the
CNED's
same time
replacement,
as
of course.
Trace.
And, I mean, even looking at this video that we've got
RRQ.
going on as well, Foot having to go up against that BBL Pacific side.
Honestly,
having to
we
reverse
could
sweep
watch
them
we could
to
watch
get to this
Global
point as well. Yeah, I'm
Boom and
really
then
excited to see these
watch
guys
Paper
play.
X
And
Gen
of
G.
course, the
Or
Turkish
do we just
fans,
watch the whole tournament?
without a doubt, some of the most energetic fans that we have here.
That's
in
a lot of events on at the same time. It's like 3 going. Ladian, thank you so much for the Prime. Thank you for the 17 months. Appreciate all the support, dude.
A few days away now, right? Friday and Saturday, we open our doors yet again to welcome more people in. Looking at
BBL
Fulham
versus
here as
G2
well,
prediction?
and BBL, I
Which
think, to
G2
be
we
honest,
talking
the
about?
Turkish talent pool being so important, despite the fact that they're a team of international quality, is always really exciting.
Watch
to be
Trace.
thinking about
Is Trace the one where the coach
the
keeps on
teams
coming
that
out
we have
with videos
from
of him
the
just
qualifying
absolutely
stages? Now
ripping them a
we
new
move
one?
on to the invites. It wouldn't be a proper
Or is that a
Berlin
different
event
team?
without a G2 team. There's
That
no
is
fun.
Trace.
It's not a party.
Holy hell,
Like
I've
a
seen 2
G2
videos
party.
so far. He's going in, dude.
Yeah, and I think these guys from the Americas.
He's
region
definitely
have
got a
massive target on their
definitely
back.
got a
Beat, and it's the first time we're seeing them
I guess
as a five
more of a
in this
traditional
preseason,
way
the
of coaching
off-season.
sports
So I'm excited
to an
see
extent.
what they're
I'm
gonna
not sure
bring
that works
forward
with
and
gamers,
what
but
new ideas,
some
they
gamers.
have for the
I think you got to give it
As much as
sometimes.
it's a pre-season for
But-
G2 esports, we've kind of got the end of season for G2 Gozen, obviously, just finishing up Game Changers Champs just literally the other week. And I mean, it's been such a busy season.
I
for
see,
these
yeah, I
girls,
think that's
and
old.
what way to round it out than finishing it at this event.
Yeah, I mean, you were just here a couple of days ago now for Game Changers Champs.
Yeah.
It feels like
Is it full
those
EDG
girls
team
just
for Radiant
they're
Asia?
not
I'm not
gonna
sure.
stop
I honestly
at
think
all.
it will be.
Non-stop Valorant.
Yes.
And in terms of how that Valorant's going to be played, I think is really important. We can introduce the format to you.
Have you
all
ever
here.
absolutely gone out on your players?
Stage.
Yes,
For
but
those
like
who
in
won't,
prac,
it's
I would
a
never do it in
double
front of a
elimination
camera. I
bracket.
don't
The
think.
best of ones.
The
That's
problem
it.
is when
It's
the
gonna
problem
be
that I
brutal.
had when I
It's
was
a long
coaching
day,
is
about
when
7
I would
games
shout at
to
them,
go
and again,
for
I don't think it
the
would be
full.
shouting to the
Just
level that
looking
he
at this
does.
one,
Like he's
guys,
kind of
the seeding, for a
he's
start.
kind of giving it
What
like
do you think
heavy
of the
levels.
bracket initially?
Like if he's a 10, I'm probably going like 8. Every day, the next day would be like an incredible day of practice. So it was like every time it happened, we got good results from it. So it ended up being like me doing it a lot, to be honest.
Next match, the upper bracket semis, that will be a real barn burner, a good test of.
The game was also different back then. Like the coaching from when I was coaching to coaching now is completely different.
Predictions already.
Hey, listen, hey.
He's getting excited. Yeah,
You
no,
got
I
away
mean,
with a lot
I
more,
like the thought of
and
potentially having a
people
G2 Gozen versus G2 Brozen
like
match
the
up
game
in
a
the
lot
second
more
round.
now
That
than
really
maybe the
excites
players
me,
that were around back
especially
then.
given that some of those players just played together in that Spotlight series within EMEA. But honestly, yeah, I do kind of have to agree that Foot, they kind of do have a bit of an easier side of the bracket. Either way, it's going to be an exciting weekend.
Yeah, there's plenty of history between these teams, but with the next Spotlight series coming up as well. And
Definitely.
then moving on to Thursday, we have the second stage of the competition with those 2 slots available.
Prize pool
from
for
Lions.
this?
They
I
will
mean,
join our
they joined this,
existing
which has a
Swiss
prize
stage
pool.
teams
I'm not
in the
entirely
main
sure what it
event.
is.
Few have qualified, such as Cloud9.
When is this
NA,
starting?
T1
Hopefully soon.
in APAC,
I
and
think the
official
game's
build-up
actually
already
scheduled to start in 7
in terms
minutes.
of these names, guys, I think they require little explanation. But who are you most excited to be watching with some of the rebuilds that we've seen?
Dude, tomorrow is so stacked. Look at what we get tomorrow, right? So we get before this starts. So first of all, we get to watch all of these teams, right? Which is gonna be incredible. This is a stacked event. And before
Yeah, for
this, we
me,
get
it has to be Fnatic,
Paper
you know,
X
picking
Gen
up
G,
Kayak
right?
From that EMEA Ascension, playing on Apex. I'm
tomorrow
really
just the
excited to
best
kind of see
day
his first outing within
for the
BCT.
off season ever?
And,
Yeah,
even
it
the Focus
is.
roster as well, you know, having
It is
Mystics
actually
joining
the
those
best
guys.
day.
It's a lot of changes, but a lot of
Paper X
excitement.
Gen G, and then we
So
get to
within that
watch
Swiss stage, each of the teams
at the
will
very
play
least these
2
6
games
teams.
on Thursday in, as we
Sheaf
figure out
underscore
who
Twitch with the
exactly
tier
is
1.
gonna
Thank you,
move
thank you.
forward.
33 months.
Should be enough
Appreciate
to
that.
keep you
going in the competition, one locking in the semi-finals ahead of time, the rest having to play through the quarters, which then loads up the next part of the tournament. We move to the best of threes more importantly though, and that's a chance to test this deeper map pool now that we've seen some of the changes come in as well. Yeah, and in front of Clouds as well has so that's going to add another dimension to this.
The G2 game is starting. Yeah, but I'm telling you, on stream they're watching G2 Gozen against BBL. I'm pretty sure. That's what they said in the pre-show.
Into a best of 5 to decide the winner of our 5th edition of Red Bull.
We've spoken about the new patch. A little bit. Honestly, Plat Chat's on in like 3 hours, 4 hours. That's where we'll probably be talking about it more. I think it's probably better to just wait for that.
The fact that we're here as well is great.
I think I'm just gonna be repeating myself a lot. A lot of people asking. Long story short, I think it's a really good patch. I think the Omen nerf is like interesting, and I think the Phoenix is an overbuff. But everything else is really good. This is on the old patch, yeah.
Icebreaker Spray, the Polar Clutch title, and the Clutch Spray 2024 edition as well. So make sure.
Oh, so wait, there's separate drops for this. I should probably take drops out of my name. People are gonna get so confused. I should specify that it's Jinx drops, right?
Showing today on the stream in the best of ones is the new iteration of BBL Esports versus G2 Gozen. I mean, for me, this is a fantastic matchup. Just more the fact that we've spoken about it. BBL Esports, what they're bringing to the table. Yampy, IGLing for the first time in this roster. Yeah. What does it look like? What advancements have they made since the international?
When does Fnatic play date-wise? Tomorrow, dude.
What could you ask for?
Yeah, I think everyone kind of has their eyes set on BBL and what this new major revamped roster is
tomorrow,
going to
right?
look like. And on the other side of BBL, we do actually have an ex-BBL Queens IGL in Vanya playing on G2 Gozen, which I'm sure she's just as excited to go up against BBL.
They left their tools on the desk. Yeah, what is this, dude? We got stud corner,
well, they had
corner ruler.
Service here too. The translation. See you tomorrow. Hang on a minute. I don't play for BBL anymore. It's been a while too.
Milk_chocolate. Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate the prime. Welcome in. Thank you for using the prime on me. Did Neon get nerfed? No, that is in 2 weeks' time.
And now we've had
Gotta wait a little bit.
How much of that would be weighing on their mind in comparison to BBL, who are already getting ready?
Tomorrow the still qualifies? No. This is the whole qualifiers of today. All best of ones, and then the main tournament starts tomorrow. It's a one-day tournament with best of ones. Olitov as well. Thank you for the prime as well, dude. Thank you for doing that. Celia with the tier 1, 47 months. Jesus, dude. The Yampy game day. Yeah, I hope he does well. I don't want to leak too much, but I hear practice is going well for them.
It would be so nice for them to actually have some time off after this one. Do you know what I mean? Like close out the year. But even in saying that, we've got the.
Do we know what the neon nerfs are? Now we have no idea. The regen shield is for all agents. Yeah, that's right. This is just a new thing that you can buy. Last year when they put the outlaw out, same thing as that. Just a new shield. You got three shields to choose from now.
I think they're going to be quite happy at the very least that they're Berlin based. So
I'm excited to see Sayonara play. Yeah, he's gonna wreck people.
Said of BBL, they've been on that Turkish boot camp, getting in some ideas about what it was.
I think just clarify. Yeah, I just changed the title now for it.
We have the map veto available. It's a best of one. There's only a single place that you can go, and that is Split.
BBL. Okay, Split.
Okay.
But G2 have a pretty nice split. They use the deadlock. This, out of all of the maps I watched, I would say this is one of G2's Gozen's best map. They might have a better chance here than I would expect on all of these maps, because they would have lost here, they would have lost here, they would have lost here because I don't play it. They would have 100% lost this as well. They would have lost Sunset. I think this is there. This honestly, G2 Gozen, I guarantee this was the map they wanted to play.
What do you expect to see from both? You said it's been a while, and for BBL, I think it does sit as an unknown quantity, perhaps. Any initial thoughts on that one? I'm giving you a bit of time to predict it. We can pretend that the game isn't on.
Like if G2 goes against G2? Yeah, I mean, it's a best of one, so get some pistols.
New revamped roster, new coaching staff coming in as well that will have their own ideas that they want to implement within the team. So
Never tasted flavor. No, Pansy took me to a legit restaurant. It was actually unreal, to be fair.
I 100% agree, and for G2, in terms of what their next season looks like, right? You've got to be.
It was really good.
That and, the pools that
My little brain was losing its mind. Never has. This never tasted taste like this before.
Ready, we can dive into this
Discovering Source for the first time.
What agents exactly they're going to go for, and these are the
yeah, so this is the deadlock comp that I was talking about. They have a they have a chance. The problem is that on attack it's a little bit rough. What do you run for BBL?
It's the Euro from BBL. Like they've got
Astra though.
Duelist comp. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Billy, come on. I want to know what's going on inside your head, right?
Yeah, interesting.
The more I look at this roster, the more I think this is a scary roster. Best tier 2 smoker. We got Yampy but IGL. We're gonna put a question mark. We'll do Yampy IGL. Yampy's like Yampy's flip flop, right? Sometimes he's incredible, sometimes he just goes missing. Sociable, people have been trying to get him for a long time. Chihuahua was literally like a top 10 player in 2021 for at least like the first 6 months in the EMEA. And then I don't know enough about Loon.
They said, you know, if we win games, it shows that things are working, and if we don't, there is still time to learn from those mistakes.
Yeah, at least stat-wise, it's looking good.
On behalf of G2 Gozen, after the event that they've just had, where exactly
is he unwashed? Chihuahua? It's like we don't know. I haven't seen the dude play for like 3 years. But that's a lie. I watched like one best of 3, and he looked good.
Well, with that in mind, we're going to head straight into the first of those.
Not heard that name in a while. Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, he changed his name. Apparently, he didn't realize it was a dog, and he changed his name from Chihuahua to Chiwa.
Straight away towards the A side of the map.
Okay, BBL on defense. G2 Gozen. Record this. G2 Gozen are on attack. He didn't realize, yeah, Pansy. He didn't realize. Legit. Yeah, this is one of the best things about this G2 comp is that when it gets over towards the site, it's very, very strong in the after pump. The problem is that they maybe stack too many over towards site, so Amy needs to go crazy. Amy was their best performer in Game Changers, in my opinion.
To pressure Cypher from behind as the players look to go towards main, the flash is out, and Amy.
Yeah, and now they're wrecked, to be honest. Good news is that they know there's no pressure over towards spawn, so that I mean, Deadlock can win this round. Mimi can win this round.
They're locked in themselves. Goes even 4-4. Pets are doing well. Mimi getting 2 of her own, and Chua getting 1 back. 1v3.
Damn, nicely done. Yeah, as soon as they get over towards site, it's so hard for BBL here. Good positions. That Amy did good just to get the info. Like as soon as Amy gets that info, they can kind of go into better positions. Mimi took a risk being open to spawn, but it paid off.
Those 2 from the players running in on main. So yeah, this is really nice from G2 Gozen so far.
Yeah, I mean, for me, Billy, that's the big danger for G2's comp. If BBL allow Gozen to set up their post plants, it's going to be really difficult to get through.
Okay, we got 4 rifles. We got one pistol, so they're allowed a death. All the games best of 1. Every single game today is best of 1. Yeah.
Going to be any sort of early aggression from BBL with them being on that pistol buy for this round.
There's plenty of aggression. Look how far up Social.
Yeah, this was nice though. Flash into wide swing from Petra.
Only 2 left in the pan.
The G2 Gozen have a chance here? Yes, just purely because of the map. I think out of all of the 7 maps that are, this is the only map that I would be like, they have a pretty decent chance.
It's kind of just sitting on A main as well, and you can see Mimi sat with the spike in sewers, just waiting on any sort of call that Amy's going to make, walking up towards A main just now. And G2 pretty happy to just kind of see what BBL are going to do.
Because their defense on every other map is shocking.
I mean, the thing for me though,
I mean that in the nicest way possible.
On the lark. Oh no! Oh no! It's all falling apart. That should have been an easy kill. G2 pounds. They'll take that A site for free.
Yeah, Ghost coming out on top of the Sheriff there, and as you said, G2 able to go in and get that deadlock utility down as well. And just
we don't talk about that now. We ignore some. We ignore some of the wins sometimes.
So good. To kind of just make of what they can with the rest of this round.
Did I have a good sleep? Had a great sleep. Thank you for
I
asking.
mean, we get the first engagement. Petra going off the board, but
Okay, clean as well. Can Amy get the gun? Throw in the gun. Jiggle, jiggle. Nice. There we go. We're doing great. We got a full buy going in. Good.
I could already hear the screams of the players just next door before that round ended. But do you know what? That's what we like to hear. I love to hear the players already having fun going into this day.
Yeah, exactly. And for Gozen as well, one off the Seekers. They're starting to see the ultimates getting built up, that ultimate economy coming into play already.
Dude, are they just going to non-stop keep hitting over towards A site?
Come in with the rifles. What have they got to play with?
Rifles and light shields, to be fair.
Okay, nades, scatter nade to break the trips, but as we can see, the trips are far back. We've got a... Oh, that was kind of nice, though. Tether over the top into spray from spawn. Is they trying to cross?
Smoke? I didn't even see it at first, but
yeah, let's keep an eye on how much damage they do.
Just gonna pressure up ramp and see what they can get, but oh, this position from Levin, do they get caught with any sort of utility? I mean, G2 goes and kind of got their back facing it, and that is so unfortunate for them.
Yeah. To the good.
Perfect goes down here, they get a plant. It's actually not too bad. Oh, okay, that was nice though. This guy's gonna have a great year, by the way. He's a beast. Especially if his Astra's good.
You could say, Billy, a little bit dangerous towards parts.
Yeah, a little bit dangerous. I mean, because G2 Gozen didn't really have any sort of mid-pressure that round though, like it allowed...
Van silly as well. We're on the same sleep schedule right now.
words
Either that or you've just been up all day.
It allowed them to just kind of sit in vents and kind of just wait for the call from the rest of the players on A. But going into this one, it's looking as though we're just playing the sort of same attack.
Yeah, I was saying that at the beginning, Bacon.
Slow, methodical.
Like he would have been the fast on everyone's list for smokers tier 2 wise.
Congregate their duelists towards mid. Elsewhere, the A main not working in their favour.
Yeah, for your big buy rounds when you have Seekers, I would have.
Things that we will probably see with BBL's composition, right?
I would like something else. I think they're just getting wrecked at the moment, trying to cross over towards A.
Yamp has now come across to help support Levin.
They're just getting wrecked here right now.
Try and re-clear that space, and I think that we will find that a lot of the time is that they will be trying to re-clear that mid with this fade, with this raise.
Oh, I mean, Petra. Deep in enemy lines, the players.
This is regular BBL, yes. This is the team that they're going into with 2025.
On her positioning, BBL don't look any the wiser to it.
Yeah, Petra are gonna be able to just
that re-clear.
Slip right onto A site, and she was just not expecting it whatsoever. I mean,
Joe.
Petra as well gonna walk into two of the BBL players, and it's all on Mimi now with 30 seconds left on the clock.
I mean, the utility still in Deadlock's pocket, immediately put out.
I mean, the Seekers. To be fair, the Seekers went heaven.
Sensor to play off of if the players swing up.
The Seekers kind of wrecked her. I think she's thinking that they wouldn't path like that if they were here. But
Mimi's ultimate online, but it's not the buff Deadlock ult that we're going to be seeing. It's still the old one, so you could maybe take one out of play. A Phantom to spray players down, that's maybe what you're hoping for. The first one is easy enough. Two players are
damn, dude! That's absolutely giant. That was sick. That was really good. Huge round from Mimi. Oh my goodness.
I mean,
that was lovely.
If there's
had the trap over towards the right, so wasn't scared of the right, just full focus on the left, dodged all the util, fade eye went too deep.
Dodging out of the way of that fade reveal as well, and just tucking in behind that corner, being able to get all three of them.
That's crazy. I mean,
as soon as this fade eye didn't scan, they were so sure that she was behind screens. So sure. It's like they didn't actually consider this. Sergeant George, thank you so much for the 8 months. Appreciate the prime. Okay, chat. We got a giant round here. Look at everyone's money. Literally, no one can buy next round. That's a lie. Amy can buy next round. Other than that, no one can buy next round. Got defense op out, aggro position over towards A, so they can stack 4 in this position. We've got info, triple, and garage. Garage? Defense.
they're aware of this.
They're not good enough to go up against Rescues. She goes for 2.
A big duel. Next duel is giant. Okay, Yamp probably just won the most important duel.
Looking to get the mop out and clean this one up. Amy not just gets the spike back.
Okay, nice. This was unlucky. If the deadlock all here, like actually hit, then... Dude, then it would have been 4-1. They would have gone down to an eco. It would have been 5-1. Then it really would have been on in a comp that's like pretty good on defense as well. Now you would imagine BBL like stabilize and get a pretty good half.
Ready to go for it that round, and it looks as though they're making the adjustment this round of having Amy over towards that.
Perfect. Yeah, he's solid. So solid.
Send the pack in mid.
Yeah, they're going to snowball now.
Now seeing BBL having
I'm honestly thinking like an 8-4. Probably what I'm expecting. Maybe a 7-5 I would be happy with if I was G2 Gozen. Because again, I don't think this comp's great on attack. But... Whoa, chat, that was your... You guys were glazing too much. That was your fault. Honestly, we'll blame that one on Bacon.
Almost taking Levin off guard, but you can't take him off guard because he gets that kill.
And the neural theft comes out from BBL as well, so very aware that G2 Gozen are going to be heading towards that A site. Amy doing already well though to get some space up there, and it's just going to be a bit of a fight potentially in game here.
Last player there's too many BBL.
I thought the Cypher. I thought the Cypher here checked.
But with a spike nowhere near in 40 seconds, it would have to be a miracle. And well, there is no God to answer that. It will be all even. Finally, for the first time since the start of the game, actually it will be.
Good news is they didn't use many ults, right?
But it's now.
I was talking about the snowball.
See these ultimates come into play, right?
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if BBL are wanting to go with anything off of that Raze ult. Even G2 Gozen as well, they've got theirs online as well.
Yeah, but for the time being right now, a quick timeout. Quick pause. Is there anything immediately that you're looking at?
I'm out. I mean, they're in a good position.
Could be an issue, perhaps G2
fine timeout.
Consistently into the backlines of BBL.
Razor against Razor. Got Euro ult, Astra ult for the retake.
To kind of get Petra through that A, right? And obviously BBL have kind of adjusted their setup on A site so far, but continuously we
best of one, yes, best of one. You think this BBL comp is the best? Maybe Breach the Euro first split next year. BBL comp? Nah, not with the changes. I think the Cypher change in pro play is huge. I think Cypher gets wrecked from that update. If I'm honest, in a pro team right now, I will consider scrapping Cypher altogether. I think 0.5 before the wall hack happens in pro matches is giant. I don't think you're getting any tags or any kills off your trips. And then so that kills all info trips and that kills all kill trips. You're only doing info trips. The big nerf. So I would be tempted to start looking elsewhere for Sentinels. Like in ranked and stuff, it's still gonna farm, but
being dynamic in the positioning of the operator is actually beating the smoke. TP's away. I don't know if that was because of any sort of utility coming through. Maybe it was just a Prowler looking to try and reinforce the east side.
Back to Killjoy. Killjoy works. Honestly, I think some maps Sage could be okay. Deadlock might start becoming a little bit popular. Teams might have a couple of Vice stuff, but I doubt it.
Yeah, taking this one really, really slowly. In the past couple of rounds, we have seen G2
Chamber? See, I would be playing Chamber if I had someone that can op well. Nice shot. Yeah. The problem with G2 is it just feels like they only look confident going A. And then we had 4 people A. Well, we had 3 people A.
Beat the hold towards heaven. Now you're looking towards Petra to try and come up with something. It won't happen, and after the timeout, it's BBL that get that round and break.
Can't play Vice as a replacement for Cypher? Oh yeah, you have to completely change your comps. But I mean, this whole patch is huge. Whole patch is just can play so differently.
Trying to bait out any sort of initial response.
Jet got like wrecked in this patch, really. Even though there was like no actual Jet changes other than the fact you can't like
It is the
over,
Cypher
I
primarily
guess, when you get
playing towards that A main.
detained or whatever it is, hit
This
with a
round,
knife.
that
Jed
also
actually got
towards
wrecked
B
because
main, which is
everything is to counter like slides for Neon, and they're like, well, if it does that to Neon, it needs to do it to Jet. So Jet just ended up getting absolutely owned.
Unfortunately for ResQ, that first blood will not be in their favour. Sociable gets another, and G2, well, they've been searching for stuff. They've been finding it, just haven't been going in your favour.
Yeah. It's one of those
How about
ones,
Sage? I
yeah,
think
where,
Sage
like,
is
you go
legit.
towards the site and everyone's just stacked there, and
Like,
again, up in
you know
pace,
the
looking to just pause it now that they've lost those
like-
two members, the Turkish duo of Vanya and
what?
Rescue.
You know the Talon comp that was like the undead comp on Ascent.
Looking to see if she can find
Like,
one
actually, that comp now
in
is pretty
head.
legit. Maybe on different maps.
Ready,
The zombie
set,
comp, yeah, and then you replace Clove
Give it up
with
as well. You've got the
Astra.
Fade coming in to regress that space and take it back, but oh, it's actually hit.
Dude, if that kill went through there,
No, Amy, yeah, won't get much done from that heaven spot.
yeah, I'm a bit worried for them to actually get any more.
To lose grasp of what they had in the earlier.
I only feel confident that they can win ending on A right now, or like get over towards A. How do I feel about the Omen nerf? It's actually a huge nerf, to be honest. So,
Yeah, I mean,
but I mean, something had to happen to Omen.
G2 can get a couple more rounds here on this attack. They've got ults to play with again, but
It's
looking
like
at
it's now like
BBLs,
map dependent, right?
looking to play
But
very
it
passive
just
on
cements
the
Astra as the best smoker by far.
Mean, that's it, right? Like they're starting now to look towards the other side of the map because they were stacking towards that B side.
Dude, I feel sorry for Rescue. Rescue's getting absolutely owned every time satcheling in.
They fall prey to it. Still have those ultimates to try and get something back in their side, but Billy, what realistically can you look for when you continuously hemorrhage players?
Yeah, it's a tough one, as you said.
Every buy round,
Gozen kind
I
of
feel like I'm
falling
just
into
seeing 3-4
that
person
trap
stack
that
over towards A.
BBL have set up, and I mean, as long as SocialBee's got this op in the server, it's been really difficult for G2 Gozen to break into anything because it's
Money,
almost as though
yeah,
SocialBee
they're a little
just
bit
knows
wrecked. Probably just saving
where
this.
G2 Gozen are going.
It doesn't matter about this money anymore.
I
It's
mean,
already
that's
out of control.
The like benefit of having the Oro, right? You have the operator towards the B side. You set up your trap. You can you can set up your TP. Next thing you know, you're over towards the A side, responding to that pressure. Having that global presence. Although sociable.
Besides Neon, what do you think deserves a nerf?
Don't know if G2
Including the new patch
probably
that just
might
happened,
see.
everything's pretty
Yeah,
balanced.
yeah.
I would nerf Astra. Again, I think
30
Astra's
seconds left, there's still plenty of time in this
way
round.
too strong. But other than that, I think the
I
balancing's
mean,
really
it is
good right
there if
now.
They want to go for it, but looking at the economy, it does look as though they are just going to save and.
Aeolus, thank
play
you so
into
much.
the
Thank
next
you,
one,
thank
which
you.
is a wise decision.
Appreciate you doing
Wise
that, Aeolus.
decision.
On top of that, I guess
Wait, you gave one out earlier as well, Aeolus. I missed that also. Thank you so much for the double gifted. Wait, you done 3 gifted? Have I just not been looking? Aeolus, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Though that's one thing which will be tough to deal with if there is a plan, a retake coming through. Gozen need to weather the storm and hope that they can at least get one more round. I think that would be respectable for them.
Yeah, I agree. I think one more round they'd be happy with.
What initiator would you play in ranked on
especially
split?
with this map
Just
being
Fade.
so
Just get good with
difficult to
Fade
attack on.
if you want to play initiator on this map.
Right, like it being difficult to attack on. Gozen though, right? Let's look at what they can do. 2 points off of the Seekers for Petra.
Breach and ranked is a fraud.
To try and go. Maybe a switch up of pace.
Yeah, I mean, I feel as though they have been switching up the pace. To be fair, Cairo, they'll go for some slow rounds, go for some fast rounds.
In pro
I think
play, it's
more
good. But
just this mids that they're unable to tackle at the moment, right? You've got SocialBee taking the peak off the op every round mid, and they have tried to tackle it with those Omen smokes. But
Gecko, yeah,
again,
Gecko
just
is good in
able to
ranked.
move so fluidly with that op onto different areas of the map. And BPL,
Breach is not terrible. Breach is pretty bad in ranked. No one hits anything. Like most ranks, the breach just doesn't hit anything, or like no one's gonna swing off your stuns. The timing's just not there to make breach good. It's kind of similar to KO.
Yeah, absolutely. It's whether BBL know that there's going to be a stack coming in behind these.
Wait, did BBL mess up a little bit?
Are ready to execute onto the site, and that's a lot of health taken off of Res.
This is the combo you don't want to like get over towards the site. I know they don't have guns really in terms of they got 2 rifles, but I'm not sure you want to be led in this comp get over towards the site. I know they have Astra or Yuri ult, but like look at the mini map right now. It looks hard. Because as soon as this wall goes, like Mimi should be popping her ult.
Amy looking to come in late and play that late flag. Now the dimensional drift comes through and they're just pinging players out. Chula,
They're trying to do the they tried to do the K Corp. Yeah, you can't let this comp get over towards the site. They overall played it.
And do you know what, Cairo? They went back.
It was a bad call. I get that they're trying to like combo the ults, but
as you said, as soon as they're able to get that plant down and get that sentinel utility,
you just this is obviously something that they've been doing in practice, and like it's a cool idea. But the problem is, as soon as you see this wall, you kind of know about it. Second point is, I think when you have a comp that is literally just like a VIP comp, right? Mimi's VIP, you get over towards a site, Mimi's alive, you should pretty much be winning. You gotta just not do those rounds where you're playing retake. Like you gotta adjust your strats to the team you're playing.
Yeah, and you are going to see the switch up of BBL's defense of Fade actually looking to take some space here on
It's a pocket strat. Yeah, it is. It's a one and done strat basically. People know about it afterwards.
Slowly see if there's anything that she can contact, but of course going to wait for Amy to come up and join her. And look at this pack towards mid as well. It's as though that BBL, they've kind of changed things up in the sense that you've got that Astra paired up with the Raze this round to contest mid, but it is going to be Rescue that will jump and shut down Legend straight away.
Seekers being popped immediately, looking towards the A side and putting pressure towards BBL there, and they're starting to fall for the trap. Or is it going to be the real hit as everybody starts to congregate towards this side of the map?
That's a shame. The sets, the idea is pretty nice. They just didn't take enough space.
But he's only good for one. In fact, good for none. It's Sociable that actually got the kill. The players are making their way on towards the site.
Honestly, if Chihuahua doesn't get loads on site. Wait, he's got to do everything. 25 seconds. Hey, nicely done. Do they get 5 on attack? I don't know. I don't know. I'm excited. This could get pretty close.
Yeah, this half is looking really good for G2, and I mean, Yamp almost had an absolute screamer with that trigger discipline there. It was a little
it's a horrible comp to play against on attack.
Perhaps the nerves, the first best of one, getting to the better of some of these players. But I mean, we've got such star-studded rosters on each side, right? Such experienced players.
Yeah, that's it, mate. I think as well, it's a long day, as you said. There's best of ones to warm up into. It's not best of threes.
Nate Ever at the beginning. Create a little bit of pressure, like they might have pushed middle. You got a deep smoke as well to capitalize on it. Make him use the dog early.
Favour the second half as well. We've already spoken about double Senti, but double duelist as well, right? Euro and Raze to go through, and duelists of their own, Rescue, starting to make inroads towards the B side.
There. G2 Gozen actually getting a lot more space up mid than what they have had in previous rounds, and there. That B main space as well that Yampy and Socialby are able to just kind of, Profec and Socialby are able to just kind of walk up and take now. And do they expect G2
yeah, they're expecting another one as well, and they know that they reactively pushed over towards her. Dude, imagine they get 6. 6 with this comp is like incredible. Bukax, thank you so much for the 23 months. Thank you for doing that. Okay, but they know about B main, right? Or yeah, okay. It's a shame here. Honestly, if they put the spike over towards Rescue here, they pretty much win this round.
And Prophet getting rid of Amy now makes this site a little bit more compromised. You know that BBL can start to look towards this, and they're hoping that G2 will walk in towards the crosshairs. That's all BBL are doing. Playing patient and waiting.
Okay, this was nice from BBL. Yeah, I think if you let the raise spawn there, it's proper. It's different, but the problem is they're like scared of B main. The pressure's too much everywhere, right? They don't feel comfortable doing it. So I think with 5, it's actually doable.
Going up against that Turkish org of BBL Esports, but 7-5 half. G2 Gozen can still be really happy with that.
Yeah, I feel as if Chua finding that kill towards A Heaven is such a massive part to play in that round, even though it's just 1 kill, because that stops G2's global presence on the map.
Yeah, for sure. I think as well, even just for us to go back to comps now that we're switching sides, you made a really good point about those double duelists going up against that double sentinel, and it's going to be interesting to see how that flips now.
Yeah, I mean, like, as we go through these first half highlights, we can see that well, you got the Mimi clutch, etc. But it started to get difficult for G2 when they were executing, and maybe the initiator utility wasn't finding them the space that they were looking for.
Seen it? Yeah, I'm not sure. From the rumors at the moment, it looks like he's not in a team.
And well, for BBL, plenty of explosive utility to work off of.
Yeah, definitely. And
I mean, they clear that someone jumped back here as well. They know that A is clear. Dude, look at this. Look at this rotate. Look at the minimap right now.
Looks as though BBL are going to straight away try and fight for that mid, which is exactly what they were doing on their defense as well.
Holy hell, they got 4 here.
Heavy control off the back of that.
Rescue's nade should be giant.
A lethal combo taking out the first player of the
yeah, Rescue had to nade her.
It's a lethal way to take the side. Players like Rescue finding space back in their favour and keeping things competitive. Still players getting chipped up, and Rescue after her duels is finding herself low. But again, it's the Turkish duo to come in and try and do it again. Do they know where Vanya is? They should do, because of the classic shots earlier, and Sociable's gone looking and finding. There you have it. Up to Rescue with 14 points of health. And BBL should have every idea of where this looks. A TP going out towards B main. Sociable is taking it. They've double swapped.
Okay,
and they will find that attack
might run away with it. Still doable for G2, but a lot harder now. Yeah, when they went over towards Heaven here and Raze was here, a nade off the top and then them flooding in would have been insane. It would have separated these. I mean, this is an isolated duel. It would have been incredible.
You were just talking about how the difference in initiators. It was just so easy for them to just run up and get a
like they got everyone in the right position, but they didn't capitalize off
I mean,
it.
that's it, right? Like it seemed like a set pistol. They had an idea and they just took a sledgehammer and smashed it down.
Yeah. Going into this one though, it's a complete switch up. They're looking to head towards A.
What?
But G2,
how's that locked on?
Petra's good to
That's
get
a lovely kill, by the way.
It's just a question of whether or not
Oh, hold up, we got some potential there.
Already, we're into a 4v3.
Yeah, advantage G2 Gozen. Not something that I thought was going to happen after Petra almost got caught off guard, but getting rid of Prophet.
Jumps. I need a jumper.
Gets to, brings it even. It's whether they can stop G2 Gozen getting that rifle back in their hand.
Okay, this is nice though. We're wide swing on it.
This isn't looking good at
spotted.
all. Yampy now bringing it down.
Damn, okay, this one got close though. Dude, if G2 here have like someone with the classic just absolutely sending it, they win that round.
BBL looking a little bit worried there. And G2 Gozen, it was a really nice idea coming out from them, and I'm surprised BBL didn't expect it.
Liquidus, thank you so much, dude. Thank you for the 42 months. Thank you.
Right? You would expect that they would know what a counter to G2 Gozen's eco is going to be when it gets to that point of the round, and just didn't seem as though they were sort of ready for it. But
Yampy, what are you doing?
Yampy, IGL, this BBL.
Yampy has dropped the Yoru Judge, I guess. Where's the money gone?
Stopping anybody from BBL getting through, but Levin is.
Yeah, nice though.
And
that's the round done.
Spike going down, explosive start, and Gozen now looking to try and recover what is left, and looking towards ramp. Chua just lying in wait. Plenty of players to swing off of their contact. Gozen, Billy. Do you save?
I mean, after getting that first one, you're looking to just back away, right?
Yeah, I don't think you want to try and go any further forward. BBL, though, they want to try and stop any rifles getting into the next round.
Yeah, of course. So they're going to be chasing for that one, and Rescue will be very lucky if she can get away, because you do have the 4 of those BBL players chasing her down now.
No chance, man. Absolutely no chance at all. Double digits for BBL has been reached. A big point in the map for them. And we're starting to see the attack side have some real presence about it. Explosive as we expected.
Yeah.
And actually getting through with relative ease onto these sites. We're not seeing much stopping them getting onto and planting this spike.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think
Left the
we're
eco,
probably
right?
not going to see a whole lot of it going into
That's a
this
shame.
one either, now that G2 Gozen are having to save.
Yeah.
But all in all,
Yeah, you hate losing your
not a
first
bad
buy like that.
performance
They also
from
did
either
good to
side
manage
so
to get it
far.
all
It's been
earlier.
really nice to kind of see the game changer players come up against this VCT team.
An opportunity which isn't given to them very often. Closest they've had probably is that Spotlight series that we were talking about earlier, the EMEA version. Anyone coming up soon? We're actually looking forward to that.
Yeah, no, it'll be an interesting watch. It's always great to see co-ed tournaments.
Yeah. You know me, Billy. I'm a lurker in the Sluggy chat. I was listening into the like kind of pseudo interview that Sluggy was doing with Fallon and Josh RT, which was interesting enough. They said that the value that they got, seeing different perspectives on the map. As for now, a different perspective from BBL, the pressure towards B.
Damn, he's listening to the interviews.
Towards the A
Cool.
Yeah, and that pick in mid early towards the round has bought them time to be able to do this, you know, kind of prodding areas in the map, making G2 Gozen guess as to where they're heading towards. But this timing for Mimi!
Oh, it's unlucky.
Only good for one.
That's the disappointment, right? You're hoping you can at least get another, make it even. And there's a couple of rifles to pick up. Well, this one rifle that is left towards A main is well guarded by BBL as they look. Now G2 goes in to go towards C2. As soon as the first couple players are shown, they know exactly.
Do you think the new shield could change pistol round meta? That's probably like the biggest thing it changes, yeah.
Different agents that they'll know about. They'll look to make it 11, but Amy looks to try and
You got some more options for the pistol round. No doubt about it.
And now they're starting to look towards that home.
And then it's like
that finish line.
you're kind of then looking into a little bit in terms of like what 5 do you have, like what who has abilities for like 150 that you can buy with it, who do you raid boss? Like I'm telling you, Phoenix in my opinion is already too strong with the buffs, but then you add on the fact that if you buy armor you can get the wall, you have a flash, and then you can be raid bossed with the new frenzy or whatever's good, sheriff or something. I think that is strong. Could be a world where raid boss is like properly back. Super G 626 with the tier 1. I'm pretty sure I'll just repeat what I just said for plat chat later as well.
I'm still laughing at you saying beep 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 beep.
Thanks for the tier 1, Super G. Thank you, thank you.
No, I think if
the frenzy get a meaningful buff. Not really. It didn't get nerfed. I think that's the best thing. But it got 2 extra bullets.
Jumping over to the defense side on a defensive sided map, you've got minimum rounds that you kind of have to play with to get
raid boss ISO. ISO with the new shield and extra shield, like the ability. Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's a world where certain maps you can do an ISO Phoenix, and it's probably the most annoying thing to play against.
Or an unstoppable force. I mean, there's no force going to be towards that side as BBL now look to go towards a more default round.
Yeah, and Levin just going to get all of the information anyway.
Okay.
By jumping up.
Yeah. If you're G2, you're not just taking this?
Committed very early on in the round, but G2 goes in really well to be so disciplined here.
Oh, headshot.
Chill. Dude, everyone's a lunatic.
Finally finished off in BBL. The response is.
Why is there so many lunatics on the server?
3 straight away. And Gozen, they've got a minute to go with the rest of this round. 4 players to find. And
ISO Phoenix on Pearl, yeah. I mean, you take A control every single time, and then what? You got a free orb. This is the thing that works well. Like with this double duelist, like for sure, you got no abilities to like get over towards the sites, right? You got the wall to help you get in, which is not great. But when you look at like certain maps like Pearl, like that A orb is free every single time. Double damage into a molly, no one can run through it. It's 100% free. And then on a Phoenix, when you can get a free orb every single time, that's at least 2 ults, and then you're dying. Like even without kills, you got 3 ults, and then you can have plants as well. Like I'm telling you, there's potential.
Bro's cooking. Throw the kitchen sink at it. Is that not Scottish slang?
It's a cool update.
Okay.
It's a cool update just because there's so much that you can do.
But yeah, as you said, like you've got 3 ultimates available. You might as well throw them at this round. You're 2.
And then Phoenix can wall off art as well, yeah, to create pressure.
I mean, we're getting to that point now in the game where these are going to start cycling up and. I mean,
okay.
BBL, 1 round in the.
I mean, we honestly, it had some legs at the beginning when we were 3-1 up. It had some legs. They win that 4th round and it got to a 5-1. Then it really could have been on, but BBL kind of stabilized pretty heavy on that 4th round. The 4th round, that 5th round, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's what they're hoping for. But even just 1 hit. And Chiwa will be completely aware of this defensive setup that G2 goes and has.
A nice time in the crowd. Wait.
Levin's just gonna run right into that side.
That was sick. Oh, that was also sick. Yeah. What's going on here?
Everything's been thrown at it. We said it. We expected the kitchen sink to go through the wall, and well, BBL have found themselves at extreme disadvantage. Heaven is not theirs any longer, G2. BBL has it in their hands, and Profik is shooting down.
Dude, he's owning everyone on the site.
Sociable with 3 in the round. Yamp looking to get the last 7 points.
Ah, that was a nice run from Sociable. Dude, the Raze tanked the Gravnet and then just absolutely sent it and was just stuck crouched back aside. It was incredible.
That's a lovely little way for Sociable to finish it off, right? Little 4K, little pistol in there as well. I mean, yeah. It was always
Alright, how's the other game doing? How are G2 doing? People are saying it was close.
To that lower bracket after your first game, but overall, interesting matchup. Interesting.
They just won? Okay, so we get G2 BBL. That's awesome. Tell me that's on the mainstream. Surely.
Usually what we've seen historically on Split is a raise and a jet, right? That's what we're expecting. But something different with a Euro. I mean, obviously it was KC that had brought
Sociable, yeah, this was sick from him.
What's your thoughts coming out of that?
The TP to dodge the ult was lovely.
Yeah, no, I thought it was interesting. I think it kind of played in BBL's favour, right? Because when G2 are running that double sentinel, you want a Yoru. You want a Yoru to be able to go into sight and cause havoc, and you've got the Raze to be able to double satchel over things as well. So, yeah, I mean, both of these comps kind of countered each other.
And saying about G2 on the side French team. I mean, there's a lot of games going on at the same time. It's 4 games.
Like Gozen's camp, right? Where do you think their heads will be at? Obviously, we've already spoken about it.
Am I going to watch the GE show match tomorrow? I'm not sure which match I'm watching tomorrow. There's 2 games on. I might watch EDG Trace. I'm not sure. They kind of want to watch what Boom's like as well.
Many different tournaments that they've had to compete
I'm for sure 100% watching Genji Paper X. That's what I know for sure.
To take on all these different opportunities. They're getting to play. They're getting to play in these kind of tournaments, which not many Game Changers teams get the opportunity to do. You know, they're usually kind of within their own circuit and playing against players that they're used to playing against. This gives
Bacon,
them
I don't even know what that means.
of getting to play against VCT teams, of like getting to play against challenger players as well. You know, obviously they had the DAC promo and
tomorrow, yeah, we're watching like all the games possible tomorrow.
Yeah, it's been really nice to see their journey throughout this
we
year.
get Paper X Gen G into this event, and it might be like a, I don't know, it might be like Heretics Fnatic or something crazy fast.
We'll get that to you shortly. It is with Yampy as well. But we'll have a quick look at the match highlights and look at all the highlights and lowlights from both teams.
Yeah, definitely. I think that
what the hell, Megan? Is EDG's full roster back? I'm not sure.
With that double sentinel setup that they had, I think that there was a couple of pop-off.
People say Sayonara is a beast. Is it true? Yeah, he's a beast.
But from BBL Esports, it's been a really
Like he'll
nice
farm,
first outing
he'll farm
for
this
them
event.
too, right? Obviously, we've only
As
really
in
seen
tomorrow.
them play in that Turkish qualifier, so getting to see them play in this event, it just makes me excited for VCT 2025 next year.
Yeah, I mean, Gozen are no mugs as well, right? You play against the first G2 team, and then you're waiting to see what comes out of the other matchup, right? Psycho versus G2. Everyone expects
Home ground straight into Platchat. Yeah, Platchat's in 3 hours. So I'm going to miss some of these games, but we'll raid someone. And then maybe if it's still on after Platchat, I'll come stream the last game.
Guys, we will get straight to that interview then. Yampy, welcome, mate.
Damn, let me turn this up.
How is Berlin? How has everything been?
I like Berlin. I have always been a big fan of Berlin, so yeah, I like to be here.
Nice.
Yeah, and you're repping the BBL
Yeah,
now?
of course. Now, yeah, it's a new thing, but you know, getting used to it.
How has it been? What's the relationship like with your teammates and being part of that team?
It's been really new, of course. Like basically all these 4 players, it's like completely new people to me. And I mean, the whole org and also the coaches and me being with Liquid for so long, and basically knowing all the stuff. So it's definitely been exciting, and the welcome from the organization and the fans has been really amazing. So I'm super happy to be here.
Yeah, and how is the step into the IGL role been? Everyone's been wondering and watching. I mean, you got a lot of compliments from Mini and your Haven macro. How has that been for you?
It's been good. Like I have IGL before, and when I got the opportunity during the off-season to trial with BBL as IGL, I said like, yeah, like it wasn't my going to the off-season when I got benched. It was not my goal to be IGL, but I knew that I can do it. So when BBL asked me to trial with them as IGL, I said, yeah, hell yeah, let's go. Like, and the pracs we did went actually really good, and I think that's why I got the spot. So I'm happy. Yeah.
So we've just seen your double J list on Split. Was that a you idea or was that a coaching staff idea?
I think it's, I would say coaching staff and me also. I think it's all together. It's just trying to, like this off-season is trying to find the player identities basically. As I said, like we are basically all of us are completely new people to each other. So we need to try to find out what's the identity of our team and what's the best, because like Sociable and them, they're both incredible duelists. Like they have been playing duelists for so long. So we are just trying that maybe the double duelists are like idea basically, but it works in Split. Split is, you cannot do it in every map. I think Split is definitely one of those maps that people has also ran before double duelist, like 1 year ago, especially with Chet and Race. So.
Yeah, and how's the relationship been with Mark Nu and Pal? Like obviously a new coaching staff for you, Pal coming up from tier 2, Mark Nu was there in tier 1 last year with BBL. Like what's it like working with those guys?
It's been definitely good. I think actually those two like knew each other before from like Fireflux or something, if I'm not completely mistaken. So they actually had a really good relationship, and they have been super nice and super helping to me, as they also know that I'm, you know, kind of new to the IGL still. So they have given me also a lot of freedom, but also a lot of help and making me comfortable on that role. So I think that has been the biggest thing, that not making too much pressure, but also having a clear vision when we go to the games and practices, that what's my job and what's the coach's job. Basically.
Yeah, no. Obviously, we've got a lot of really exciting.
Melly, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Is there any team in particular that you're excited to go up against?
I mean, footballist, of course. You know, I think that, you know, I like all the footballist guys, but I think that's the main team that we want to face. But I think also, I'm not sure, are we playing against G2? This is our next game. I don't know who we play against, but I think also I want to play against other than European teams, because I think the style is so much different. So playing against, you know, an A-team example would be really nice.
Yeah. I mean, Yampy, I actually want to keep you here for a minute, because I'm going to get the bracket up just to see exactly if G2 have finished their game, and we can have a look at that matchup and confirm whether it is those guys that you are playing. And there you have it. It will be G2 that you're playing. How does that make you feel coming into that?
I mean, we beat one G2 team now, so maybe it might just well be two teams. But now, in like, for real, I think it's really good to see also the NA style. And I mean, the G2 team, they have a lot of experience, and they are a really strong team. So it's gonna be a good test for us for sure, and see like where our level is. And I'm confident, you know, we came here to win, and it's gonna be an exciting match for sure.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Billy, just for a second, but like, but how do you think about like those guys rebuild and how they're looking, right? Because if added Jogamo coming in from EG, is that a prospect that not necessarily scares you, but you are cautious of?
Yeah, I mean, Jogamo's an insane duelist, right? So it's definitely definitely upgrade. I didn't see. I'm not sure if they played any off-season tournaments, rather only the mixed team tournament. So there is not too much. But considering the core they have had already for the past 2 years with the guard previously, I think it's a really strong team. And yeah, getting a duelist like Jogimo who has experience of winning the champs example, it's gonna be definitely like a upgrade.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, now that we know that you're going to be playing against G2 Esports, have you or the team got any, this is a totally generic question, but do you guys have any sort of pre-match rituals that you do? Any sort of habits that you've embedded into the team yet?
This guy
to
does.
build that team culture?
Not yet. I think these tournaments are exactly where we're gonna find it. You know, we are only 1 month old team, so I think these tournaments and playing against good opponents and being just being together here and then in the hotel and doing stuff together. I think this is the why these off-season tournaments are so important going to the VCT, because this is where all the chemistry and these kind of things build up. So nothing like superstitious yet, but I think, you know, I think it will build up in the future.
Dude used to watch the same Roger Federer video every single time before a match. Telling me that's changed?
Few weeks, like obviously you played the international play-ins as well. Like, has it been nice to be in that like a different part of Europe for a change?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of Istanbul in general, but also the facility and the gaming house BBL has. It's very easy and welcoming to us to be there, and we were grinding a lot. Like, we were playing practices, and then the end of the weekend everybody was so tired, which was actually a kind of good feeling, because sometimes when you come to these tournaments there might be delays, there might be something unexpected coming, and playing a lot of practice kind of prepares, especially for these younger people like who hasn't been in LANs. It's a good preparation for them. So yeah, bootcamp was really nice, getting to meet each other in person, and yeah, just building the team chemistry also there.
Yeah, thank you very much, Yampi, for coming and speaking to us.
Thank you.
We are going to go and have a look at that confirmed match schedule now, or the match bracket, sorry, and then we can go and have a look at what's actually happened now, Billy.
Yeah, I mean, Psycho Esports, G2 Gozen both dropping down, and NXT Zen Esports.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Predlosh with the Prime,
I
thank
mean,
you
I
so
think
much.
the
Thank
big one
you
for
for that
me
also.
is, it's so unfortunate that we're not watching the G2 Esports BBL Esports on stream, but of course there are co-streamers that will be watching all of these different matches as well. I mean, the Permitta Unicorns and Foot Esports as well. I just don't even know what to expect out of this.
Wait, we have to go to a different stream to watch?
That's my big takeaway from this, right? Permitta Unicorns beat Zen. Permitta Unicorns beat NXT, sorry. Zen got beat by Foot. So now going in towards that lower bracket match, just to confirm.
That's crazy not to have this game on mainstream. Do they hate viewership or something?
It will be NXT versus Zen. I'll look towards Americas before we get the big matchup, right, of G2 BBL later on. Now heading in towards this, Billy, what's your first look or takeaways from this matchup?
Yeah,
wait, are they doing lower bracket?
Before, like NXT,
wait, I'm so confused because the matches are at the same time, chat, right? Or are they playing lower bracket
you
first?
said it in the pre-show as well. No, hi people.
There's no point. They have
so
two setups.
You'd like to think that they have enough prep behind them to go into this one, especially given that they qualified back in May, like we said as well, right? They've had so much time to prepare for this
stream
event.
unlisted on YouTube? Oh, dude, we need to try to find that.
I feel so bad that we need to send people home as well, given that some teams have had to wait that long. With this being lower bracket match, someone will be going home.
Let me message and see if I go.
That is the South LATAM team that has come through the Chilean qualifiers. Actually, a full Argentinian roster, to which you might not think, right? Like coming through from that. Something different. We expect LATAM to have this firepower. Is that something NXT need to be really aware of?
Yeah, definitely. Of course you do. And I think what I love about Zen is with them all being Argentinian and playing in that LATAM, all of these players
when does it start?
will have either played
starts
with each
in
other or against each other at one point.
5 minutes
so
in
they'll
theory.
have that synergy already, I can only imagine.
Yeah, 100%. And you look towards.
Do I just click a
NXT
random?
and what they've played in. Few of the players.
Honestly,
have
Joy Boy,
in different
don't own me.
competitions.
Yeah.
We've got the France relegation.
Oh, you might have owned it.
The France up and down.
Oh, you might have really owned it, man.
That was so funny when we seen that.
So like they don't have that quite tier 2 experience, right? Like that's the mismatch that we'll find. But do you think that that's going to be the big different factor, or do you think it's going to be more like stylistic points of view?
Well, I think that what we need to discuss here is the difference in regions,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
like,
100%.
yeah, like you have a complete
What
difference
game?
in regions.
What game did they show
Obviously,
earlier?
people will play in different regions.
Yeah. I think he might have owned it. I think he found the stream.
Events like this is we get to see all of those players go up against each other and really get a taste
We'll take
what
this.
competing
Like I talk
at that
about the
sort of higher level
VCTs.
is.
I talk about in VCT right now.
Right, you can,
Right? They don't really do proper analysis, right? They just do TikTok desks. And for me, that's fine. Like I'll break down games. I'll take the viewers. That's so fine for me. And then now we have this tournament, and they're just not showing the best game. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I'll watch the best game. That's fine. I'll take the viewers. Unlike them, I don't hate viewers. I like viewers. I think that's a mad decision. Absolutely mad decision.
There's going to be obviously stuff changing up from there, but it's whether you can find like I guess something to work with moving forward.
Yeah, definitely, and I think bringing up the patch notes is a great point because there's a lot of changes in the next patch, which we should probably touch on. I mean,
the TikTok desk,
like,
dude. Every VCT is a TikTok desk. Vancity.
Oh, yeah.
You're not telling me that if I loaded up TikTok and I scrolled like 10 times, I wouldn't see every single game that we play on the VCT desk.
How do you feel about the changes? Because I've got a bone to pick about the Omen nerf. I'm not really a big fan of that one.
Listen, I just think when it comes towards the Omen nerf, all you're doing is you're placing us in an Astra meta, right? I think we solely move towards there. Omen, you can play more aggressive with them, the TPs and the blind. That's probably the big defining factor in terms of utility. But in terms of how we look towards the strength
In the full process, are going to watch a limb games. Yeah, I get it. But then they have to not be on the same day.
These like map-specific controllers like Viper for Ice.
Then they have to not be on the same time, right?
But yeah, I mean that's that. For now though, guys, just to let you know, we're gonna take a pause on the patch notes talk.
Yeah, I know we're waffling. We're just yapping at this point.
Everybody doesn't
Yeah, I did, Sheriff. I did it midway through.
Before we head into this next matchup.
Okay, so chat. Next game starts in 25 minutes. I've got the I think it was Roy Boy in chat gave me the link to what we're hoping is the G2 game. It was Joy Boy? Oh, okay. Sorry, Joy. Sorry, Joy Boy. Can I blame that on the morning? Can I blame that on waking up? Been awake for 3 hours? Not really. Roid Boy. Okay, let me spam some ads. We'll be back in a little bit, chat. Okay. The broadcast is gonna show this. We're gonna watch this. Okay, we're gonna watch BBL against G2. That's what we're watching. So that's coming up next. Me and butchering names. Honestly, it's been a while. We're on a pretty good streak. Yeah, I thought we were gonna watch the main stream throughout, but yeah, they want to watch some of the elimination games, but that's fine. The upper finals are best of one, right? Okay, there's a world chat where everything works out so perfectly here. We watch the upper final, best of one, and then we just go straight into plat chat. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit, right, chat?
guys, and welcome back to the Red Bull Homeground play-ins. This is, well, still 2 spots up for grabs, and we've got a double elimination bracket to go through. Next matchup, Billy, though, NXT versus Zen, and we're straight into the map veto here. What do you think?
Peril.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for Peril, one of the maps that has just come back. I'm excited to see what these 2 teams have been cooking on Peril.
I mean, that's it, right? Like, straight away, we've kicked off with a split, and then we get a Peril.
I know.
Like, what could you ask for? It's good food, you know?
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I mean, send us into Agent Select already. No, I'm kidding. No, but even just to like quickly go back to NXT and Zen, I know we kind of went off on a tangent about patch notes and this and that, but one thing I wanted to mention, and I will probably mention it all throughout the broadcast today, is LAN experience, right?
Yes.
Because, of course, we've got a lot of these teams all here in person playing through this play-ins qualifier. So I think what's really interesting for me is looking at those players that maybe haven't had that LAN experience. And actually, one player on NXT, one player on Zen, has played in Red Bull Campus Clutch before. So they do have LAN experience. We've got a little bit of LAN experience on each side here, both obviously being Red Bull events prior as well. So yeah, no, I think that's one thing that we need to consider when we look at these teams going into it as well. Yeah, exactly. And the big thing for me, looking at NXT, is they have a new coach, right? It's Coach Crank. He's coming in. Originally from the Blackhand GC roster that you would probably know well from your time casting there. And I spoke to Milan about him, like kind of like what's your thought, like not what's your thoughts, but like because he's like it's my mate, and I said like what's the general gist then? And he said that like an experienced but really likes the ideas and stuff, which I imagine he's a bit biased, it's his mate. Yeah. But like it's cool to see that like Milan on broadcast. Listen, yeah, I've got much worse to say. Let's go, baby. But let's. But anyway, point being is that this is going to be good to see like what ideas Coach Crank has got, because obviously he's got his own battles in Premier to look at. Yeah, definitely, and I think that's what we have seen a lot of these players come from as well, is through that Premier system. You know, we've had teams that have played in the DAC relegations, like we mentioned earlier, all over the place. Yeah, so a lot of Premier players, and I mean, not even to put doubt on Premier players either, because we seen Pacific, Ascension, EMEA. The Premier players are demons. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, you look at the next generation of talent that's coming through, and there's players to look around and be excited for. That's what I'm really looking forward to. Like, Sayonara, we get to have a look at him tomorrow, who's playing on Fnatic, and, well, maybe NXT have some of their own that's coming up through the system. Exactly, there's a lot of hidden gems out there, and I think that's why I love tournaments like this as well, is you have to go through your own regional qualifier to get to this point as well. And now, if you're a Premier player and you're getting the chance to potentially go up against a G2 esports or you know, the other VCT teams here, if you're not going to win, which it's a big ask, at least you're getting the experience and you're getting to be here with your team as well. Because as much as we talk about the nerves of playing on LAN, even just getting to meet your teammates, right? And getting to be with them in person. Of course, we've had a lot of teams that have boot camped for this event as well. But I just think it's nice for them to be able to come here, and even if they do get knocked out early, they've got a Berlin that they get to go and explore as well, right? Yeah, exactly. And also on top of that, you get to be in an environment where there is tier 1 teams, right?
What do you reckon we do, chat?
Cycle Esports, another team who's on the
put the just put it live and then just write on it, and then we just talk for a little bit. Okay, let me do this. I don't want to leak anything that I can't leak. One sec. You guys will still be able to hear me. I think I just do this. Right? I think we just do that. Have any time after these games today? Yes. That should be fine, Bacon. A little bit later tonight. Works. What's V5? Dude, that's obviously S, surely. Best of 1. Easy. Guys are outrageous. VNT Doran, thank you so much for the 18 months. Thank you, thank you. Don't forget the logos. Not a chance, dude. Problem is I don't know how long we're waiting for, chat. We can do a little... I have sound on, so we can look at PLR or something for a little. Oh my goodness, we can't even see it. People are telling me to look at... Where is results? People are telling me to... The Ascent comp was crazy. That's not that crazy. Both comps were crazy? What was the split comp? Oh yeah. So, yeah, someone said they were playing Sova. I mean, I'm yet to see a team make Sova good, even though, like on split, even though, honestly, Doom Bros tried for like 2 years. This should be a banger. My thoughts on the new patch? Watch the Udatan clip? Yeah, go on them. Link me out. Jump. This one? Double check just in case. Yeah.
Ooh, no sound from Udotan here. I was about to say.
Oh, that's nice.
What? Hey, yo, that is
Damn, that's nice.
crazy,
Yeah,
dude.
this guy, this is what I was saying yesterday, 2 days ago, right? This guy mechanically is a beast. Right, that's a nice round, dude. That's a really nice round.
Udotan.
Need pumps for this one? Yeah, Mikes. But it might be easy to get. But yeah, we got this coming up. Hopefully we're on the right stream. What happened here? 'Cause this got a little bit close. Wait, G2 won double pistol and it was 13-10? No way, they should have lost. Wait, or at least overtime. Wait, what? That's kind of crazy. Kipper man. Damn, dude. The 3K clutch from Mimi? Yeah, we were watching that one live. Wait, how did they... Wait, did they just... Was it one of those games that they just thought they were gonna win, so they just lost loads of rounds where they had the advantage? Looks like it. Dude, they snowballed as well. Wait, they kind of... That's actually a little bit nuts. Snowballed as well. What else went down here? Lower first, then upper? Wait, so what are you saying? Wait, are you saying that they're not doing... They're just... The VLR... Okay, but is the G2 game not on at the same time? Chat, do you wanna? Oh, wait. Okay, well that's not right. VLR lined. Oh, okay. It's a different schedule, so it's lower bracket into upper bracket. Okay, that explains why they're watching that game. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Then we just go mainstream. So confused, dude. I was thinking whoever made the decision to watch the lower bracket game over BBL G2 was a lunatic. Okay.
We can last this. We can.
Let me just do this, right?
In terms of like, I don't know, like I spoke about agents, what could possibly happen.
What are you having for dinner tonight?
Is that
I feel
right?
Like anytime I watch you in Has a Cast, you always end up going to the dinner chat.
Oh, don't, man. It's when I get hungry, right? You know me. You don't get this size without eating your fingers. But we'll have a look at the
there
bracket.
we go. We got the bracket.
Yeah.
Little reminder.
Psycho against Gozen is the other game that was being played earlier on. As for now, we are on NXT Zen, but anything you want to point out from this, Billy?
No, I think mainly just a reminder that this will be a knockout game and that whoever loses this one will not be progressing any further in the bracket. So it really is.
So you watch Gozen? Yeah, would you?
Similarly with
Okay,
other
chat. What do you want to
lower,
watch?
you know,
This or
it's
this?
unfortunate that maybe you come here, you play a couple of games, and then you're out. But that is the format, and I mean, for me,
Chat. I think these are played
they're
after.
also very exciting.
Yeah, I think.
Wait, do they even have time for this?
It's harsh that, like,
2.
and you're out.
It's 3 there now. 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7. Okay, yeah, they definitely have time for this.
On land too, right? Yeah. The fact that you're
And do
in Berlin-
G2 Gozen?
Like as a tier, if you're one of the tier 3 teams or whatever, you could say like, oh, it's really harsh. It's a best of 1 double elim. But the other aspect to
1 sec, chat. Yes. Just in-game sound though.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, so someone keep an eye on the other streamers just in case. Or
Spike planted.
can I cast? Not really. Do you know the thing that's bad about having the no cast as well? My throat's been getting owned recently. It means I have to talk more. Yesterday I just let Vansilia do it all. It was nice. I love that G2 get split again. So we get to see the split comp. Oh, all the games on split today? Yeah, it's a split only tournament. Best of 1 split only.
This goes here. Yes, this should do.
Hazard, thank you so much. Thank you. Hazard, can you confirm the schedule for me, please? When is the G2 BBL games after this, right? I appreciate the tier 1. Dude, we're practicing for the frenzy already. Dude, I love how everyone just plays Deadlock on this map at the moment. G2 BBL game after this on stream. Okay, lovely. Then we're all good. Then we're all good. Oh, dude, I so missed the upper bracket final for Plat Chat. Dude, I can't. I think I've been owned by VLR 4 times this year. Yet I never learn. So it's kind of my fault. Wait, that's nice though. That was nice. A Teva combo. And then we need to block this off though. It's hard with one smokes, right? Because in theory they want to block vision off here, and then they can hit over towards A. But honestly, maybe vision was blocked. The fact that Cypher's now having to come here.
Over there.
Cypher jump spots over towards middle. I mean, G2 Gozen should win this, right? You want me to draw like a little baby HUD? G2... G... Just this, right, chat? Bam! IDEX. Okay. I mean, IDEX has owned that round. The person on the flank there... The problem is, like, this person shouldn't get two. It'd only be, like, one and then you enable. And, like, we face back a site too early. How does the map veto work for best of one? I mean, they just get 3 bans. You just go ban, 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 map. Gozen. Yeah, they kind of just overfaced a little bit. That's their Gravnet that lands late. Oh my goodness, they're next to each other. Wait. Wait, what? IDEX IDEX hasn't seen anyone. There's someone gone past him. Yeah, well, we'll see what the big buy round is. Wait, do you actually want to do that, Van Silly? I'm trying to work out if that's allowed. It might be. Van Silly. The problem is, if he hadn't done all of those crazy gifts, I would be like, yeah, I can trust Van Silly with the Twitch. It'll be fine. But now that you've done 100 troll gifted subs, I just don't think I can. All right, give me a buy round.
Surrounded by minha família. We won't lose.
Alright. Wait, Lexi's trying to talk to me? What's she saying? Okay, no action a little bit for this big buy round. Don't give out your stream key? Okay, sure. Yeah, I mean I've given it to Minnie in the past.
There.
We've done it before. And that didn't go too badly.
I'll find you.
Cage triggered.
Wait, is that actually against the rules, Bacam? Nice pick. Prowler goes over towards B. There's pressure over towards B as well. It's going to keep 2B and they can just hit A. I mean, this is a round. This is for sure a round, right? Omen flash in. So, fake B keeps 2 people here as well. Yo. Well, sure, they got the most important kill. They got Deadlock ult to secure the rounds. There's no way he's sticking this ult backside. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh god. Holy. Dude, imagine they lost that round because of that. That would have been insane. A lot of America's teams are playing Vice on Abyss, and a lot of EMEA teams are playing Deadlock on Split. Yeah, I said this to Bacon when I was like looking at Split when it came back. I was like, this is Deadlock's best map. And people definitely agree. I think the problem with the Vice stuff looks pretty cool on Abyss, but the problem is once you know that the wall's over towards B, there's nothing to like trap you. Like once you set off the wall, you're still fine. Okay, I'll tell you what. G2, it's like a lot is on this round, right? We've got 6 ults. Gonna start looking at their money. There's gonna be 4 people that can't buy, so they gotta win this. They gotta be using these ults. And I would say that these ults are better than their ults. Like Fade and Raze, I'm taking all day. Okay, so they block vision. We got Dog going in. So pressure over towards middle, but we still got info and info. Insert one events and go back to A. The person they insert is the Raze. A little bit weird.
I've got your trail. Found one.
I mean, what do you do now? Because it double went sight, so do you just let the Raze play? 8 ult hits 2. Let's see. Okay, IDEX could just win this round. IDEX still could win this round. Yeah, pivot to B here would be lovely.
30 seconds left. No surprises. I hear you.
Wait, this is nice. And we got double trips as well. Been picking up our trips on the way there.
Get back.
Oh.
10 seconds left.
Surely.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, nice though. What's their money like?
These parasites aren't
You like the overlay? Yeah, it's nice, right?
past this place.
Wait, they might force him down to an eco. We're at that point again where it's like a really big round.
That goes there.
What the?
Oh, this is a nice spot.
Okay, 4 people can't buy. 2 people can't buy next round. Where's the judge going?
Where are you?
Am I the observer? Nah, down here. I'm out.
Scout destroyed.
Okay, I at least like this, right? They know on their default they've been doing this smoke and getting over towards vents. That's pretty much what lost them the last round, so... We're just gonna... I was gonna say, we're gonna permacrouch the whole time. I'd be alright with it. Want me to do like a little message? Wait, I think I can do text. Where should I put it? Up. That'd help. Really, we're really out here. Hudden.
30 seconds left.
Oh, sleeping. Oh no, that's the spike. Oh, he got ult. Oh no. Oh, wait, what? Actually just did 20 damage.
10 seconds left.
That's so dumb. It's a shame the 3v2 there. They had a good chance. Okay, G2 are gonna eco. Okay, let me add something. BLR has wrong. Change the font color? Oh, it's too late for that, dude. I need to do that earlier. These Isaac's just gonna farm them. Oh, it's a nice flash though.
Last player standing. Satchel out.
Next will be on the mainstream? Yeah, I would imagine. Put it on the top of my hands. I even click on it. Done now. It's better than nothing, it's fine.
This goes here. That goes there. Yes, this.
What do we got? Money's still good. They managed to squeeze out a buy. They got Razor. They've just been sending it with Razor. Every time Rescues had Razor in that other game, they just got insta-wrecked. Oh. Oh no, not again. 3-person crossfire. Dude, the Prowlers today are owning people. Oh, not again, dude. Every Razor. Phoenix Fisher, thank you so much. Thank you for the 20 months. Appreciate that, dude. Thank you.
Last player standing. Throwing net.
It was like tapping it the whole time, Idex. That's incredible. Sauceless with the Prime as well. Thank you very much. Appreciate the Prime usage. Yeah, they need to try get 4. But also, I mean, also, this comp should, I mean, it should be struggling on attack anyway. I watched that IDEX roster reveal. Yeah, I did. That was pretty funny. I think someone tagged me in it. You think of the beam and smoke on top of the box? This one? It's better as an Astra smoke and it has like this small gap here, right? But that's when it's like... I watched League even a little bit. I mean, I watched a fair amount of Worlds. Like maybe... Honestly, maybe like 8 games. Ham_sandwich, thank you so much as well with the 11 months. Appreciate the tier 1. Thank you. The other G2 game started? The other G2 game has not started, chat. Not yet. It's after this. Well, I say it's after this. It's after whatever on the mainstream. I played Deadlock the game. Yeah, it was fun for a little bit, and then I just kind of didn't want to load it up again. Oh, wait. That was a shot. Yeah, now we're going to go cover over towards middle. Yeah. That's how you know it's a shot for sure. Nice shot coming out. Gonna win an eco and pick up the gun as well. Drop it down to our team because you're low HP.
Spike planted.
Smoke goes in, wall goes up. Lurk over towards middle, just buys a lot of time. You could even wrap over towards B main and just the pressure's enough. They played it well. Oh my, we comboed again? Incredible. Actually incredible.
One enemy remaining.
What? How's the Odin done that? Well,
My ult is ready. Push my button. Save the day. I'll find you.
ew. The type is so much. Kanub, thank you as well, man. Appreciate the prime. Thanks for the 24 months. Well, I was not expecting that. Was this 2v4 at its peak? Okay, 8-2. But again, both these comps should struggle on attack, no matter what. I feel like this whole... Well, we'll see how G2 Gozen does on defense, but honestly, if you look at all of their defenses on just... At least from champs, I haven't like looked at their full year. They've just had such a rough time on defense every single time. Seekers goes in, we've got 3 person waiting, it's a good fake over towards here. We get 3 people rotating, 4 people rotating. And they're just walking because of obviously deadlock trips. You can just stay alive. Yeah, the Odin's still alive though. Odin raid boss is still alive, that's the worry. Nice. Yeah, and then you can just let the Omen play. Oh, it's a nice smoke as well.
Satchel out.
Oh.
One enemy remaining.
I was kind of on top that it might be a thing. Okay, I mean 4 would be great.
Last round before the switch. Can I get a drop? Thanks.
Amy's aim is crisp, yeah. Again, Amy was the best player at Game Changers. But I think online, these two were like best stat-wise. Aralid, thank you so much for the prime. Thank you. Eco is good on attack on this map. Oh, really? Well then, 8 might be enough. Vanya seemed to struggle a lot. I think they both didn't put up the numbers. I don't know if it was like nerves or whatever, but they both didn't put up the numbers they normally put on online. It was more like, I mean, Amy looked like their best player, and then Petra was taking over games. A lovely smoke. And his camera is... Whoa, dude, imagine... IDEX. You see that on your camera and that's the play you go for? I mean, I guess you enabled your team, but... Yeah. Got a little bit close. I think... Honestly, I'd probably be happy with 3. He saw 3. Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, it made a little bit more sense that he's the distraction for the Razor. But... being on his POV, that looked absolutely insane. Seeing 3 people here and then just sending it for a smoke. But I guess that's the team player. Five wasn't enough last game. Yeah, their defense didn't look too good. Seiko. I mean, this team nearly beat the actual G2. Again, it's a best of 1, and then I didn't watch the game, so I can't speak enough for it. But G2 won double pistol, and it was 13-10. So I don't think this team's bad. Oh boy. But Cypher, okay, Cypher's gonna check cam.
My camera is destroyed.
Yeah, now these 2 need to fall back. Okay, you got the combo still, you can fall back. Wait, in reaction, did they double push A ramp? Well, this was awesome. It's like, you know when PaperX had that comp? It was like weird and they had the wall here and they just pushed. Pretty similar to that. Where the pros swing into smokes like that. It's just a... This is a smoke. If you run in with your gun, you see like the tip of the gun, right? If you swing in, then it's just instant. You don't get an advantage. Literally just like swinging in so they don't see gun. So it kind of makes it more of an even duel.
30 seconds left.
We got some. Honestly, the deadlock nades combos look sick.
Spike planted.
Oops. The deadlock should have secured this round no matter what. Yeah. Ooh, damn. I see this awareness. Ah, that's unlucky. It might be a relatively sure. They both use that combo. I mean, yeah, it's incredibly strong. Nice to actually see like value off of the crouch, the grab net, whatever it's called. Will I watch PaperX tomorrow? Oh, 100%. I'm excited for that game. Wait, you got double Van City? How's that even possible? Who do I have winning the Gen G PRX matchup? I'm not sure because Gen G are kind of just swinging everyone in their off-season events and killing everyone. I'm not sure you can do that against PaperX. But honestly, because PaperX are trying new roles, I would imagine that Gen G wins. Pretty good eco right now.
Spike planted.
Oh my goodness. This is it. They were both such low HP that it's like the worst thing ever to go up against. What do I think of the new GE roster? From what I've seen, they look pretty good. I mean, Uzatan looks like their best player, no doubt about it. but I think the calling's been nice. That's something that I was like interested in. Like their original plans, like straight away once barrier goes down, at least from the 2 games that I watched. Again, I've only watched 2 maps. Look decent. It's the most excited I've been for a GE roster. No doubt about that.
No escape. Over there.
Oh.
Spike down mid.
It's kind of nice. They're getting a lot of success of dueling over towards middle. The trip behind the box is pretty good. You never properly swing heaven. Even when you take this duel on heaven, it's going to get you. GE versus Boom. Yeah, I'm trying to work out if I watch GE versus Boom or
30 seconds left.
the Trace game.
Remaining.
But honestly, we might do GE.
That goes there. No more charges left. Yes. Oh, this is a nice spot.
Comeback begins now. Yeah, I like your confidence. They are shutting down middle, which is a good sign.
Go get it. There. There.
I do like some of the defaults. The people are stealing like the Cypher defaults that you would do on attack. They're pretty good with deadlock if you're holding it. And a lot of the time as well, just knowing that they're there is going to like scare a player. Because like you're really going to want to re-clear B in the off chance that there's no one holding this trip. Because if you shoot, you get stunned. The pressure of it is awesome. This is why we get lots of deadlock next year. I'd be in for it. They fixed the ult as well, right? In this patch. It actually kills people.
Tripwire destroyed. My eyes are better than yours.
That was sick though. This is a great omen flash from heaven.
30 seconds left.
Uh oh, 15 seconds left as well.
Remaining. 10 seconds left.
Okay. 2 in a row. I think there are a lot of issues in the team, Gabri, from what I can tell. Like, changing a coach midway for a season is not a great look. And it never seems to work well as well. Like, changing players in a season's kind of been proven. Changing coaches hasn't looked great. We got Gentlemates as an example. We have Na'Vi as an example. We have... Honestly, Lev actually was the best. We got one good and 2 bad. But Na'Vi somehow went from a good team to one of the worst we've seen. EDG? Nah, but they you can't say EDG. They changed the player. They just put their IGL as the coach. I'm not taking EDG. That one's crazy. Lev, yeah, Lev worked. Vitality? Oh, that was a success. Did they not... Was it a success, or did they stay around the same level? Jez, thank you so much for the tier 1. Thank you, thank you. They just put safe on duelist. That's not a coach thing.
30 seconds left.
I mean, unless the coach is saying to do it. Wait, they're actually locking it down, by the way. Wait, we're keeping this one clean so the money's good. We're getting confidence as well.
10 seconds left. Last player standing. Spike down B.
Have a game? Maybe. Yeah, 5 people... Got 5 people with their money. The problem is they're up against Razor, Fatal, and that is just going to be... I mean, they can just absolutely send it. Either it's going to go A, scatter, nade, send it.
Super easy to pick off.
The Gravnet's pretty good against Razor, to be fair. Oh yeah, they forced a timeout out of them. I like it. I've seen the Trace coach. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. How the Trace. I've seen 2 videos of the Trace coach just going absolutely in on the players. I'm surprised orgs are like posting some of that stuff. Like it's good for visibility and it's kind of fun for us, but like he's going in. Okay, so the other game ended 13-3. So it should be good timing that this ends and then G2 BBL starts. Is Plat Chat today? Plat Chat is in 2 hours, yeah. So what I'll do is I'll go do Plat Chat, I'll raid someone, and then I'll probably be back for like some of the lower bracket games. Especially as the schedule's a little bit longer than I thought.
We'll come back. I can feel it. Okay.
Hey, dude, they were really expecting what I was expecting. This 3-person stack with kill trips and the sensors as well. Okay, they lose mid. They got to get some info. We have a push over towards B to get info so they can keep this stack. Obviously, if they go over towards B, then we can just push all the way here and hold this. Yeah, okay, well, with the info, they just realized that Omen's just so holding over towards B. Well, and the comms can come in. We've got a big lurk on spawn here. Damn. Wait, that actually hit still? That's so funny. The TP was like next to her. Man, the Gravnet range, it's huge. It is actually huge. I thought you'd be fine on the edge here, but...
Their desperation will be dangerous.
Right, 6 chances. The timeout was good? Yeah, I mean, getting that pick was everything, right? Getting that pick was everything, and then just being able to have the Cypher ult made the call easy. At least they cancelled with their original plan of the Cypher ult as well. And then they still got their big ults.
No escape.
Oh, she tanks that again, right? Wait,
Listening.
how did the one before hit and not this one? It's a dome, right? Chat. It's a. Say this is the floor. It's a dome, right? And so she maybe jumped, was like just above it, so it looked like it would hit on the floor, but she's above it. Is it a dome? I'm not even sure. It has to be a dome. I've seen it hit razors that are in midair.
Face your fear.
Oh. Nice. Not a dome, it's surface net floor. You can jump it. You can jump it? Okay, nice.
Out of charges.
More of a cylinder cake shape. Okay, honestly, the description was good. Who's going to be on Plat Chat today? That's a great question. I think it's me, Sideshow, Bren, Achilles, I want to say. And then it was originally going to be the too early... Like, it was originally going to be the crazy episode where we do a too early tier list. But then yesterday's patch is giant. I think we're talking a lot about the patch and everything that's going on. MIBR news, game changes, the Apex rumor. I don't remember what else there is. Do I consider myself a member of Black Chat? I mean, I'm a guest every time. I'm not on the team yet. Bro thinks he's on the team, but he's not. Idex. Popping people. Raze took a lot of space on side her as well. Oh god.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, that's a devastating way to lose.
Attackers win.
A devastating way to lose. They lost double pistol. Give them that. Okay, chat. We'll go back to the mainstream. Where is the mainstream? Chat, 1 second. My goodness, what is this? I'm lost. There we go. Okay. Back to having sounds. There we go. So let's work this out. This starts here. Then this is going to be another lower bracket. Everything's an hour behind. So I would finish Plat Chat. Yeah, we might be able to, I might be able to watch this game. Lower bracket final. But then miss these two. That's not too bad. Chat, let me spam some ads while this is going on. I'll be back in a little bit. Go get some food. I should definitely get some food, actually. Okay, back in a little bit.
back to the Red Bull Homeground International Play-In stage. We are well underway now, and that means it's a time to start looking through this upper bracket. And what a matchup we have to bring to you. An age-old, time-old tale, that would be the one. EMEA versus NA. We're ready to head into it, aren't we, Cairo?
Yeah, we are. I mean, this is a matchup that we were looking forward to when we saw the bracket, the potential promise of Tier 1 versus Tier 1, and it would come as early in this matchup, BBL versus G2. I mean, you look towards BBL first, has a move away from an international roster, move away from a Turkish roster to an international roster.
Yeah, still that Turkish contingent firmly part of the core of this team. We've seen the introductions of Levin and Sociable already look incredibly strong against G2 Gozen. So coming into this one, there's plenty to be excited about. And on the G2 side as well, of course, we can't look past Jorgamo in terms of America's stage 2, third highest ACS on that EG team, punching above their weight, I think, in many senses. So it's good to see, and it'll be nice to see what he can deliver in this reformed G2 roster.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Like when you look at G2 and what they're bringing to the table, what's been happening, I mean, for me, it's the fact that like you always thought, what's the next evolution for them, right? Like a roster which are looking to survive. Let's be honest here, we'll lay it on the table. When they're moving into this season, they need to survive and stay in partnerships because they are an Ascension team. That's what people need to remember.
Yeah, the rules of play have changed in that sense, and I think it's important that you note it as well. With them being an Ascension team and the history of the guard roster that we had before, they had that one international in Reykjavik in 2022, and since then we've not really seen them on the stages except for the couple of matches that you got in Ascension the previous year, and now America's being their first year of actually, you know, living in that environment, which is crazy to me as well, and something that if we get the chance to speak to Trent later, I want to pick his brains about. Is that guy used to listen to music mid-officials. They were such an online team, but now you're seeing them at these big events, and that has to be the driving force behind this team with Jorgamo coming in. The difference between them and BBL is they're already at that level. How much further can you go? For BBL, it's getting to those international events in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, it's even just getting to like the latter stages of playoffs regionally, right? You look towards G2, tried and tested, been to international events, players that we've seen for a long time. Then you switch it over and you have BBL, you have Yampy, everybody knows Yampy. Who knows Levin? Who knows Profit? You know, like the people who have had their eyes on Tier 2, who are the enjoyers of EMEA Tier 2, will know these guys.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah, but like there's a lot of people who will not know these names, and we'll be seeing them for the first time in the international qualifier for BBL and the international play-ins.
Yeah, something that's sort of to mention there as well, like you've said, about this G2 team and with the pickups that they've made, and then contrasting that with Yampy and his IGLing as well, because we say he's a new IGL. He's not, in a way. He has filled into that role for Liquid before, but he never had the creative control. It was never a roster which he commanded, built around, set up from the start. You even think about the coach, Mark New. He had 5 months to pick his pieces as Champs was going on, looking around the scene. What exactly do we want to go for? Is it going to be Turkish, or are we moving to an international team, which we saw later down the line?
All right, chat. How are we all doing? Everyone in for this game?
Having been
Tired?
2022, that international event, that's the same time we saw Yampy IGL for the first time with Liquid. There is so much history with those two aspects to the two teams, and I think it is really interesting to see how Yampy can continue to build.
Please no split. Yeah, that'd be good. Be good.
Yeah, but Hazard, you know, I'm excited about.
What did I eat? I didn't eat anything. I had to go get hay from the car for the bunnies.
I'm disappointed about that we don't get to take part in. Drops, man.
There we go. Yeah, of course. Exclamation mark drops in the chat to get on that.
Sunset. There we go.
I've already been farming up a couple of hours backstage in the green room to make sure that I got the items in my account. But focusing back in
bind.
Right now,
Abyss
we're
and
going
Abyss.
to head to Sunset. And
All right.
So immediately, super interesting for me.
Lofa, thank you so much. Thank you for the raid. Disrespectful raid. That's crazy, Nomrod. That's outrageous. Thank you so much for the raid, Lofa. Hope your stream is good, dude. The disrespectful raids, that's awesome.
we saw it from the mix and spotlight, right? You had.
I hope you didn't rage too much in ranked.
Looking in Twitch streams as I do, was that Valen was talking about the value that he got.
Gamer had new shields. Oh, is that true?
Talking about how
it was on the new patch.
Different ways to maneuver around the map and look for these picks, different pressure points to work from, and how it was just a learning experience across the board, not just for players who might not have.
You're not a fan of the shield update, but why? Tell me why. I actually want to know like the argument against it, because I don't think it changes too much. Why do you not like it?
And just now split against G2 Gozen as well. So Sunset is an unknown, as you would expect, whereas G2 already.
Because you want to know if someone's done damage, they're like low HP.
It's old, man. It is like literal tape that you have to fetch out of the archives.
Exactly why there's no need for it. Yeah, but dude, everyone's brain is completely broken. We're living in a world where you get dopamine hits when you open a phone, and normally people would get that for like climbing mountains or reading books that would take like months. So we have to appeal to the dopamine brains. We have to change the game every so often. They have to add things, else people will flame.
The fundamental factors of this map, right? It's not you're going to have to be refreshed or anything like that. Sunset has been in the pool all year. But Prophet, like Levin, these guys having to go and contest against the old guard.
I'm showing my age. It's just true, dudes. But even like what we're doing now, we're just tanking dopamine. Not sure we were made to have the internet, but it's kind of unbelievable that it happened.
Like partnership team in the world, never mind just regionally, they're gonna have to go up against like people that.
You really dislike the new but Lofar, why'd you Lofar, you hate everything, first of all, but why'd you hate the new shield? I can understand the Phantom change, I'll give you that. I just don't get the downside of it. I don't think it's that bad. I think if they're going to add something every single year, which is what they're doing, I think that if we use it to a comparison of the Outlaw was way worse than the change of the shield.
There's not going to be any prep for it,
and I guarantee when they put that new shotgun in, we're all going to be flaming pretty heavy. I think out of all of the changes they can make, this one's pretty good. Changes up pistol rounds a little bit. You can do more.
Scrims in like been playing in like what Berlin for the longest time. I think they're on a month. Like right now here in EMEA. So
busted in pistol rounds builds economy too easy, and for ranked it slows down the game. Not too much though. I don't think it slows down the game that much. It is busted in pistol rounds, I'll give you that.
That's exactly it. We're not too far away now from heading into this game. Just a couple of minutes until
That's what I'm saying, Graham. Nice to have you on board of my team.
I just want to put it on you plain and simple. Okay.
You overestimate my team's patience in rank. That's actually true. Yeah, teams are still descendant.
My expectations from a purely like, if I was to go in with my brain, I'm thinking G2 win, right? I think nobody.
Everyone's gonna be happy to half by now. If everyone decides to just use this armor instead of heavy armor, they are gonna get outlawed every single round.
What they have, the firepower.
Like it doesn't change too much.
But for me, my heart says otherwise. Gotta be BBL, man. I gotta go with BBL. I'm an EMEA hopeful. Yeah, mate. It wouldn't be the first time that Turkey has stolen your heart. Yes. Not after, when you find a kebab shop on a night out.
Cheers. Thank you. Ranked players are not pushing now because they want the heals of their shields, so no one wants to go in. They're just waiting for their shields to come back. I can see that. I can see that. That's fair. That's a good one.
Yes. Who will be playing for a qualification spot should they get so far enough to face the.
It's like everyone has a Sage heal now, and you're waiting for the heal. Yeah, I can definitely see that. That one's valid.
The thing is, even if BBL don't make the main event, like I predicted, for example, I still think they could take on some of the teams there, like Cloud9, like Focus, some of the other ones. Not to just put them on blast, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Maybe haven't looked so solid, and with more time behind them.
I need to see how the Phantom. Dude, I'm shocking with the Phantom, man. It's not going to change anything for me.
Yeah,
I'm still going to be awful with that gun.
Again, sorry to bring up the old, like, go on, Twitch looking, but Josh,
You have to go have fun watch partying. Phoenix is disrespectful. Phoenix is broken though, I will say that much. I think they went over the top with Phoenix. Thank you so much, Lo-Fi, I appreciate that. Nice to see you angry about everything still. I always enjoy that.
But you certainly got enough experience to rely upon if it comes down.
The new shield just adds another option for half buys.
Qualified teams here.
Yeah, this is what I just think it adds just an extra element. I'm so fine with it. I think I was getting a little bit bored of pistol rounds. I think this coming into pistol rounds and bringing back a new potential raid boss could be fun. I'm on board with it. I'm welcome to change though, to be fair, in this game. But I think you have to have that mindset. Otherwise, you're gonna be like Lo-Fi and you're gonna be angry every second that you play the game. I would always try and shift the thought process to just accept change.
Yeah, I mean that's the question, right? But you posed the other question of like, do you move forward in the meta and look towards the future? Right?
Oh, is Phoenix disrespectful? It is going to dominate ranked for a little bit. It will get a slight nerf because it's too good in ranked.
Especially on Fracture when that was through with the EG run. That's the other thing that you've got to be thinking about.
He was just he was just memeing with disrespectful.
Amazing in Spotlight. How does he look against?
You like the new shield, but you think 650 is probably too cheap.
Player. I think that's the thing.
Considering that armor normally is 400, yeah, you might be right.
That's what Valen was talking about, right? On the Sliggy co-stream, it's finally been mentioned. We had to pop that one open.
Yeah.
But yeah, some
take it off the bingo card.
And as you mentioned, with this being a new era of G2, with that one change, I think he kind of fits what they want. You looked at Icy last year.
Yeah, that's you guys. You made it.
Especially jumping up and it being a debut for him in Senses in Tier 1. I think he got forced onto a few roles where
I think it should be 800. Chat, you would never buy it for 800.
Former world champion. Yeah, 100%.
I'm in for like a 700.
Again, like bringing it back to the Julius concept.
Honestly, 650 might be alright.
And what they bring forward, like is the tape and is there like a, how do you put it, a predetermined factor, right? Like is there evidence to go off a double duelist and what they could possibly.
Can you buy heavy armor and then regen in the same round? No. It's like a completely separate armor.
Yeah. Twitch chat, don't flame us. The casters, the start game button's actually a little bit faulty right now, so we are relying on the players. Yeah. And I believe we do actually have a safer technical reason. Right? Yeah. One of the players have had to restart their PC. That's fine. Yeah. But you know, has a
that's fine. It happens.
We have some. Like,
where is this event being held in Berlin?
Before, like, you play. I've got some stuff that I do before broadcast. You know, me and you both do. Is this the Twitch lurking? No.
You think it bridges the gap when you fall by, but can't afford after still because you have 900 credits. So you get a slightly better armor. Yeah, I agree. It doesn't change too much, other than pistol. Like the thing that changes the most is pistol rounds.
Maxwell. So one of our co-streamers, who back when he was a player, was actually the first winners of Homegrounds, and now G2 returned.
I feel like the only bad downside I've heard is something to do with ranked. And I'll be honest, I don't care about ranked. So for me, I don't see an issue with it.
I think it's interesting you open up.
Like ranked people not pushing into sites, I feel like that's every rank game anyway.
Yampy played in the first ever EMEA versus NA matchup that we had. Really? Can you remember what it is?
Damn.
So I wouldn't usually ask. I would just say
Would
it
be Liquid versus version 1?
It would.
Nice.
And what event was that?
Reykjavik 2021. Let's not talk about the score.
Ever Masters Reykjavik? Well, yeah, okay, yeah, sure. When you said the first ever international event, I was going to say it kind of makes sense. Yeah, but no, I agree.
Because there was two Reykjaviks, right?
Yeah, there was, man. Time is a flat circle. Soulcast back on that team now in Tier 1 this year as well. But mate, this is the problem, right? Like these guys, like they're like, oh, like Haz and Cairo are on casting, and then me and you just start rambling about like the.
Am I married? Nah, I don't believe in marriage, but I'm as good as married. But I'm not gonna get married.
That's what my degree was, you know. It's been put to great
but I view, I view myself as, I view myself in my head. I'm like at the marriage point, but I don't want to get married.
Off the top, you're just a computer guy, right? So if I'm saying like, oh, just patch this into the game, you'll be like, oh no, actually, that's gonna take you like
children. Nah, I don't want children either.
While we have the time, and since you are, you know, Mr. Coder, Mr.
I like it. The thing with children, right, is
9.11.
I would just worry too much, and I wouldn't be able to live a normal life.
What would it be?
Like sending them off into the real world. That's
Do
too
I
much
get
for
to
me.
add anything in? Anything at all? Be realistic.
I want the replay system. What more could I? What more could
Okay.
Well, like,
Mini, yeah, Mini's the
you've
closest
said
I'll
you
have to a
can add
child.
anything into a patch. I want the reliable warm weather. But
No, I mean I have pets. So they're actually the closest.
You're asking. You're trying to summon things which I think
yeah,
you know.
But,
But when it's ready,
yeah,
it's ready.
yeah.
Alright?
But like, it's
But-
like.
Exclamation mark drops. Thank you, Riot Games. That's
Yeah.
what, you know. You get what you're given, and for now,
Yeah.
we have a card, we have a title, we got a spray.
Yeah.
It's all there.
Yeah, all the information there if you want it, guys. Just
No
make sure to
5-person rosters.
recruitment
No, dude, I wouldn't be able to watch.
get it
I wouldn't be able to
through.
watch party.
But yeah, I guess like that's the thing, right? Like in terms of
I
like,
wouldn't be able
having
to do
actually
crazy
talk
hours.
about,
It's
like,
not a thing.
changes and to be brought forward to agents. I don't actually know what I would maybe change. Because at the moment, I think that the meta looks.
Can you explain why Omen with Vice makes no sense according to Mini? Mini's just thinking of it in a world where it's like, if you're gonna use Vice, why would you not use Astra? Like the Astra Vice has too many combos for you to pick an Omen. Is his thought process, I imagine. Because it's Thorns into Astra Suck, right? The slow into the Astra Suck means that they get pulled into the middle. So that's a combo, and then you have fake smoke into the flash. You can fake smoke and it covers up where your flash is, so they can't fully shoot it. Whereas like an Omen, all you could do is maybe have like a drop down smoke that like covered your flash and then it revealed. Which honestly is okay, but
okay,
about it.
G2, look, they've been around for ages, man, and so have we. So
Astra ult to get close and Vice. Oh yeah, that's nice as well, Cupid. I like that. Add a third one on there.
To get to agent select.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for, right? To get what we've actually been looking to get the knives into, you know, cut the
Paranoia? Yeah, I mean Omen Flash is legit. You're not wrong.
Yeah. Could do with a bit of workshop.
Okay, we get a sunset and we... Sure. What do I prefer? Just because these two combo great is what I prefer. Balon, Omen.
What do you make of this one?
I mean,
Yampy, Breach, KO. Hard to like connect the stuns, but
and look into the future with the fact that they're bringing through.
at least we get a Jorgamo Neon. This is all I wanted to watch, man. Jorgamo's Neon is so funny to watch.
We're looking towards the initiators. Sociable has brought out the Keo. We're looking towards Trent bringing out the Fade. That's the key differences in terms of the utility to initiate for these players.
He's so fun to watch. Yeah, I would say he's like he's at least the most fun Neon to watch for me. I'm not saying he's the best. He's definitely up there. Like he honestly could be, but in terms of like the movement that he goes for of just like breaking legs essentially is awesome.
I mean, it is kind of the Heretics versus EEG matchup in many ways in terms of what these comps look like.
Alright, what do we got? We got G2 against BBL, G2 start on defense. So people that are just tuning in, this is a best of one. Best of one. One map only.
Round 2024, live from Berlin. It's G2 Esports defending against the brand new BBL.
Well, with that being said, though, Hazard,
Get a frenzy. Okay, we are absolutely sending it, right?
Most of their presence, and it looks like it's going to head towards mid. There is a cam from the side
Okay,
of Leaf.
not necessarily. We might be picking up an orb as well. I'm just going to keep an eye on this in case we pick up an orb. I think this makes a lot of sense, right? We're looking at this comp here, and we got no drones. So if you start doing this over towards B, to get through here, you kind of have to just absolutely send it with this comp. So for them doing this over towards B makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's going to be a 5v5 retake unless
Still no first
Sociable oversteps.
no deep control on A, so they've walked straight into the empty house.
Yeah, and that's it. And the BBL, they know that like they have
kind of love
B
this.
main,
Yampy looks
at that
AFK
point,
at the moment, but he might
you can
actually
Trent
own the
just
round.
hanging on the edge there.
Is he
There's a
patient
real
enough?
idea of what G2 and what they want to do.
Solid call from Yampy. He's behind this for the time being.
Yeah, he doesn't have to go in, like he doesn't have to activate until the trip gets broken. Yeah, we're definitely going to keep an eye on Yampy on this one. Yampy should have a kill.
In goes Jorgamo, gets nothing back from it, but G2 start to pile on the pressure. BBL down by a man. Yampy trying to keep
Yampy's
it
got to
in.
do it all,
Now
one flash
it's
swing.
all on the finish IGL to make this one happen. A 1 versus 2 with a Ghost in his hand.
Damage into
Aftershock
flash into
to
swing.
clear out the backside play, but there's a double up waiting. Flash to divide
I think he had to commit. He's
Still,
probably lost now.
G2 paired at the hip. It's Jonah and Valen, the 2 longest standing players on this America's squad.
That was kind of
They
close.
continue to chip away at him as time runs out. It's feeling almost hopeless for Yampy to reverse this one.
When he had that
Now,
Util and he
Jonah
did
P
breach
will
damage
lock
here
in
with
the
flash,
front.
he kind of has to. He's playing against 2 regen
Right, straight back in, flooding the
Utils.
site, taking BBL off guard. The spike never even got down, which provides an issue in terms of the anti.
This was nice. I like this whole. I like this whole pistol from G2. Last Flood was good in terms of the Omen flash as well. We created pressure behind, so maybe they're feeling worried about this area before we sent it in as well. Like everything was pretty nice here. And again, just holding over towards B main smoke here. Like this comp has to send bodies through to get info, apart from like Boombot maybe. Valen, yeah, Valen did great. His Omen flash tanked people.
More util heavy tools for clearing that space with Levin on the Raze as well. They would have been hoping to find that early engagement, but just not offered the time of day for it.
4 stingers on defense. 4 stingers on defense, and
The B site now,
dude, if this is an
remodeled, of
EMEA
course,
team, I would be
since-
worried. But
Yeah, G2 would have played it
not.
in official play. 100%. I mean, testing the site towards the B side of the map, seeing what's there, finding the usual Cypher setup, and now start to look towards the A side. In the meantime, though, Hazza, the big point for me, G2 have been proactive through
tomfoolery, right? I'm telling you, the NA players are so good with stingers. I'm fine with it. Because honestly, if they keep them into the bonus, I feel like they're good.
Just holding on to the edge of the smoke, and even though Chua was the one jumping across, he's taken no extra damage in the situation.
Dude, the tether here would be incredible, but
right now as Valen
tank the
looks to lock
knife.
things down, playing a difficult angle to get too much from, but he will see BBL.
Nicely
under
done
the
in the end.
plug,
Jonah
so
far
little
away
left
to
be
pick
said
up the
about
stinger,
that
so
one,
they
but
can't
in
juggle
terms
that
of
one across,
G2 on
and
these
they lost
sites,
1
they're
stinger.
looking pretty
That's it.
comfortable so far, Cairo. Yeah. Really light in the investments there as well in terms
And this is still scary because they could go aggro. They could definitely go aggro. Like the stinger overwhelmed with numbers is disgusting.
The 1100 credit buy. Interesting because it's not something we see too often. Yeah. And it's another situation where BBL have walked into a site with less players on it, but this time it's the stack that they're going to face up against early. Levin trying to beat the
we
Util
put a lot into that.
to give it up though. Trent taking him with the C's.
Oh my goodness, everyone wanted to. Wow, I respect this from BBL. We had Yampy and Loon just out here just accepting that they were going to duel this no matter what. 10 HP, 39 HP. You had different guns and stingers, then honestly maybe G2 win that, but
gain the extra advantages, right? Like there's an orb there to be picked up. They've got time to get the spike onto the right player and prioritize ultimates for the future rounds. While we have a little bit of time here in the mid round as well, I do want to look at those macro calls for the next few rounds. Because
this G2 roster is strong. Yeah, it is strong.
Valen, someone who
they got an
ahead
upgrade.
of this was saying, I'm built for the best of ones. I'm from VCS. I've got that history, and has had so much time in this role as the dedicated captain of this team against Yampy, who has had simple yet effective on the fly.
2 kills there.
Walking into Leaf.
Okay, not bad.
Walk away with 2. But not the round.
2 of them, they get a lot of money. We can look at Trent as well here. He could drop an off. Gogamo wanted one. Not saying they will, but option was there.
Can they keep it simple but play upset? Yeah, I mean, at the same time though, like the call-in on split, I thought was fairly good. Like especially on the retakes, they were.
So funny, they were so confident that they weren't going to stick in there. If Jogamo, honestly, G2 here, different guns, different stun, they win that round.
I think to be like looking at the macro calling, yeah.
I just think they didn't think they were going to tank this in the corner here.
What he'll be bringing forward in these next couple of rounds. That's what you credit him for.
Has the Cypher after the nerf.
Again, a ramp control.
It's a big nerf for pro play. It's not too bad in ranked.
BBL been setting up here. Jorgamo at the
It
front,
just kind of eradicates kill trips to an extent.
To think about. 3
And
of
that's
those G2
giant part of Cypher's kit. The camera and the info is still good. It's still like incredible info agent, but I actually like the Cypher change. I think out of the changes they went for, the Cypher change is pretty cool.
the round looks like. A lot of space conceded,
What a
that
shot.
was a tank, but it wasn't a conversion. Now Leaf under threat as all of BBL look to descend upon the B site. Leaf trying to play around his setup. Does he survive for much longer? The answer is
Okay,
no.
now
And
what?
the answer is no to choose
It's weird, they're
as
never going to
well.
feel
We're
confident
down
to
a
plant.
3v3. Jogamo has already arrived though, and in from main, he isn't going to be as well supported as you would hope from what I was talking about. Just the season.
Yeah, I love this from Jogamo as well. Pressure over towards B main, he wraps all the way around and plays 3 with his team.
Yeah, another thing to note, Yampy, if he gets the spike down, does mean the Rolling Thunder
30
comes
seconds left.
online. G2 will
Spike
divide
planted.
their forces and look to conquer. as they
Isn't
go
the 8
through
cost
market.
ult too much for
BBL
Cypher?
looking
You were never really
towards
playing
this
Cypher
side.
for the ult
Yampy needs
anyway.
to be aware
It
of
doesn't matter.
Perhaps Jogamo coming
7
out of
ops?
CT.
7 ops, it
Looking
doesn't
to
matter.
play off the contact of his teammate. Ult was considered, but perhaps needs to put a bit more confidence in this with a kill
Okay.
before
This is nicely done from
choosing
Jogamo,
to
no matter what, he's
invest.
getting
He
traded
won
out.
Trent with 3.
This was sick from him though, right? The pressure over towards B main and the insta regroup was
G2,
awesome.
Like, they're so confident in being able to leave one player towards CT. And interestingly enough, it's Jogamo, right? It's the Neon. The fact that like you're able to depend upon your duelists not to just run in. I know that Jog's got plenty of discipline, but most point is the fact that like, yeah, they go towards market, they split it up, they divide it, and they just collapse upon that B site, especially considering the space that BBL was able to get.
There.
Yeah, maybe Gabri. It definitely opened the options up.
Team right now, and not the best of buys into this, but a few rifles, a half for all intents and purposes. Yampy still has the ult available.
Okay, they get 3 guns on this one.
To play retake, but they're immediately up the guts of mid. Valen leading this charge. He'll get his first, but
Not the
nothing more.
biggest fan, but I think G2 were pretty confident they were like going to force into this round and not be as low buy as they are.
BBL, they've been corralled in towards tiles. G2 will think that the easy option, go towards A. That's exactly what BBL will do, fight down and give out the forecast. Yeah, it's interesting as well, considering that you saw G2 for a couple of rounds fight early A, but still be so comfortable here to just play that retake towards this side of the map. Profek, not with the open plant,
Top of
it's
the
going to be backside.
spike, flash
Already some
through,
fights
double
looking
push,
to be taken
fade
towards
or
link
hit
there
3.
tonight. Yeah, this is something that BBL have done a couple of times.
This is
trying
nice.
to
Oh my
bait
god,
out
this
the
was real
flank
nice.
spot, but oh my god, Jogamo being absolutely massive. And now it's
Got a
Social
lot
to
of
get
time
his
for this.
attempts.
Wait,
What
chill,
can he do?
Jogamo. Okay.
G2 need to play together.
Okay, I was gonna say, he needs to wait for his
1v1
teammate if he's gonna do this.
Sociable, 'cause if they do,
Yeah, this was
there's
nice.
always a chance he
Yeah,
can
actually like
punish.
waited for his
It won't
teammate.
happen
If he
next
swings
round,
this early,
but
doesn't wait for his
very,
teammate,
very
this is
close.
2 individual 1v1s.
G2 still looking razor sharp though. Jogamo right
I'll tell it, RL, thank you so much for the prime. Thank you for the
alluding
7
to
months.
earlier. When you put in a duelist
Thank you for
as
doing
good
that.
as him around
Yeah,
such
I mean,
fantastic support
he was great.
players, that kind of safety
I mean, he
net
did his great.
just has to be scary. In this situation, I believe it was the Prowler from Trent which just swept around the side there, caught Profek completely off guard.
Trent's
But when
Util's
it's
looking
followed
good.
up with the Neon like that, there is little that you can do. No, 100%.
Yeah.
And then
Looks like they're leaning
things
heavy
start
into
to look
this.
forward, right? We've seen our first ultimate in the Nightfall. You're now starting to see the other pieces coming online. For instance, Jogamo's overdrive, and with Valen being on like 3,300 credits, there's not much to buy. Maybe you chuck a rifle across and play something more aggressive. But BBL they have some really big ultimates to work with in the next couple rounds. So important that they can keep a clear head in this situation, because
Omen_gaming with the prime. Thank you very much, mate.
Playing in the player rooms behind us as we
I
speak.
appreciate the prime
And
usage,
as
mate.
that
Thanks for the
timeout
support.
continues, it needs to be a reminder
Fade and
for
Breach is
BBL
perfect support for
coaching staff
Neon.
what
Yeah,
we're
it's
here for,
disgusting.
to learn
This
and
is
to
the,
improve
I mean,
and
this
to
is the,
get more
it's
comfortable in this kind of environment, because just as I
the
mentioned that
Danby
about these guys
classic.
and some of the players who are here for the first time, G2 have now had that first year. They're coming into their sophomore session, and they are ready to start putting up some better results. Oh, that's it. You see better results, right? Like top better than
Mr. G2 Gozen games, yes, they are.
Yeah, no, 100%.
If you're on
to
the
always
VODs,
evolve
which you
and
can check in
move
videos,
in the
I
right
watch both of the
direction.
matches. You want
In terms
to
of
rewatch?
Direction right now has a BBL yet to choose one. Spread out across the map, clearing out space. For instance, taking B main and looking for that orb.
Do I read YouTube chat? Yeah.
We've not
Sometimes.
seen anyone on G2 flank since the pistol round, though.
Right, where are we at?
BBL
We
have
got
somewhat
1,
caught onto
2,
this, that
3.
A
People
is
that are
somewhere they
low,
can go
honestly,
late,
1-9
past the
lost
camp
bonus, let's
towards
include
elbow.
Trent.
There is
And then we got
early information
everyone.
to an extent, should they choose to split that side
So
of the map.
big,
But
big
this still
rounds.
does look like a split, but a lot more
BBL
inclined
definitely
towards
have the
B.
best ults.
Yeah, Yampy maybe looking to set up anybody.
Okay, I mean, this is a hard,
It's
a really hard side to retake. We've seen teams struggle with this. They have 4 people close. They honestly might flood. They've been flooding fast over towards A. They could do the same here. They're just trying to hold heavy back of sight. I'm really worried that there's no smoke here. They had to smoke middle and smoke stairs, so they don't have a smoke for a little bit. Okay, now we have a smoke, but our smoke is in market. Good impression.
I say that, scratch it. He's gone straight in. Problem is, there's no capitalization. 2 players hit towards
I think
Boba,
BBL messed up here.
Jorgamo. Now let off the rip. He's ready to go. Ult coming in. Still BBL finding kills for
okay,
themselves.
well, that's a nice
and it's
double
Jorgamo
swing.
that goes down. Only Trent and Valen left to try and recover this situation. Bunkered up in the backside as BBL bear on down in front of them, holding these aggressive lines, doubled up, ready to go. Valen has managed to pick one off, but Levin gets his third, still not dead. It's gone down to the wire, Kyra.
Okay, it got pretty close. No time on this one.
G2
the thing that was worried me a little bit for BBL here is you got to think like who's the priority in this comp for afterplants, right? You see me talk about VIPs all the time. Like VIP here. The VIP is the Omen. So when you're doing like a split over towards site, leaving the Omen over towards market, even though this is a nice position, like if they want to do that, they gotta heavier do it. I think the VIP on this map is Omen just purely because smoke back at site means they're going into this crossfire is just pure death, and then smoke over towards here when you have this plant is like proven really good, right? So having the Omen first contact over towards market isn't the best for after plant. They might want to change that. Yeah, this is what G2 are doing on their pistol round again, right? Only the boombot that can get through this. When they go through this, they gotta like commit. And they might.
In the corner. The game is up now.
How are they gonna handle this? Because this should be breach damaged.
Anticipate the second or third. Nades to clear. Knife will certainly give them that info. Jaw, his hand is forced. But Valen sticks around, and it's that second corner to clear should BBL have to walk into it. The hat is off the head for good measure, though. And with that, they start to look for pastures anew. I mean, again, attention to detail.
Ambitious for Jorgamo. I think the person on B main has to shoot this.
The
boombot.
A pickup of an orb towards Jonah P, making him one off the roll.
Okay, the camera just heard everything.
Quite safely towards A. That's what you've got to be thinking.
You go
about
1, 2, 3. The camera sees.
The min max.
Doesn't see these two.
Keep yourself honest into the next couple. BBL getting the plant down and should be bringing us within 1. That's if this post plant's going to work out for them. G2 have been very quick with their retakes before, but they're setting themselves now. Can the Turkish squad hold? That's the question. Jonah P being found out. That Rolling Thunder will come online.
What
but it's
the hell is that?
Now with a stinger in the hand.
that should never be hidden.
It's not going to be in
the camera, yeah, I mean, it's the normal camera that you trap play over towards here with, but obviously it can see this area also.
We're able to get through as well. Good enough. Still, I feel that BBL will be wanting to build round on round, map on map in terms of what they can achieve in this tournament. It is diligent so far, though, and as we complimented the macro, it's always those micro details that you've got to hone in on.
I'm Noob, thank you so much for that. Thank you.
The best of ones has been momentum within the maps. And right now, if G2 lose this map,
would it be useful for a high tier free team to use Minor Mini's Patreon? I guarantee, this is going to sound really big headed, I guarantee every team will at least learn something, even tier 1 teams.
Well supported.
It might just be like micro or like min-maxing or something like that, but I would recommend it to every team.
It snaps to yet another head flying across the screens of BBL. It's a scary sight. That'll make for a flawless number 5. Yeah, I said a swing round, right, but I didn't mean they swing BBL out the map. Like, that was insane, man. Like, it was like a shooting gallery.
Wait, how did they...
At the same time, though, BBL now
give me a replay of
a
this.
pretty dangerous situation in terms of their buy as well. And
just
also
walk up, crossfire angle shot. They lost so many before here that they had to.
They have a Nightfall and a Rolling Thunder to rely upon. already seeing that team chemistry pre-existing between Jorgamo and the rest of his team.
Force them down to an eco. We've got
That's
3
always gonna
guns
be the
hero. We've
biggest
got
talking
Breachel,
point here.
Fador.
With it just the one change that they've made, BBL, a fresh set of 5.
It's just funny sitting here at the same time, like broadcasting the game, and you can just hear the
Yeah,
screams in
and this is the same
background.
thing that we saw earlier,
All
right?
the
This is
other
the A
games that are
split.
going on at the
Yeah.
moment.
Look, I said earlier it felt like
Sorry,
an
B
epic
split.
land, but a
Or is
reference
it?
that few will understand. Far less alcohol involved, thankfully. Far more Red Bull.
Yeah. Taking the time, not moving in. The first point.
Oh, okay, hold up.
Sociable takes the head clean
Oh
off,
my
but
goodness, I thought he was going to
you
get that
still
one,
have
to be
Joel
honest.
To go up against.
Still creates a lot of
That is
pressure,
not
and
a
they
fight which he is
walled
going
and
to
fell
win.
back
Trent
here, so
on
there
the
is
other
actually a
hand,
lot of pressure over
getting
towards Market.
inquisitive, asking
Trent, once
questions of
realizing that they lost
BBL
Market,
and
decided to go
finding the
aggro. Might have
answer
just
out
given
the
them a
hard
gun
way.
though. I think they probably should have played
Trade. It's a 3-on-3. There are upgrades now. BBL,
a little bit more
every single
passive.
player has a rifle. And from the backside,
Great
Valen
ult.
will be well supported by his teammates' utility. They have held on to
And the
this
push
one
down middle,
firmly,
just knowing that
and
they
BBL
can
have to
cut off
assess
this
their
line.
options with 35
Jonah P's
seconds
played
left.
this really
It
well.
looks like a freeze.
That's it. But if Jonah P walks forward and gives up
30
his
seconds
position,
left.
puts G2.
Okay,
at a
Yampy gets
really
Spike. Obviously, if he
good
can
spot.
He's
get the
canary
plant, he
in the
gets an
coal mine.
ult.
He
But
has
these
all
two
of
have
the
pretty good
information. The last two
crossfire.
players will stay here, and G2 have the setup.
I mean, nice utility to clear out back.
Perfect saw him.
Valen still persists though, and
Oh my
hasn't.
goodness.
Perfect,
been
didn't see
sealed.
him.
And now just a swing.
I-
As easy
I
as
would-
that. A quick
I
collection.
would have been very
and all the
confident that he
information now
saw her leg.
exactly where everyone is. G2.
Damn, okay, nicely done. Valen played this so well as well. I mean, honestly, Jonah P played this really well. Right, the ult from far back to stop them from getting space. Then we got into the strong crossfire, and then if they wanted to go back, he would just held all of this. The only thing that like would have worked well is going over towards
There was a
spawn.
gap there, but Valen is always going to punish you on the percentage play. He just loves to be that anchor at times, and with him, the vocal
Yeah,
piece of his
Valen
team
did
as
great,
well.
like playing off his
The
teammate here
synergy
as
to
well.
just set up the site and even have that second layer of Jonah through mid
A nice
was a
time.
masterstroke into this. Last couple of gun rounds that we're going to see, BBL with a big opportunity to keep this one close in the opening 12.
Oh, Valen? Hello?
Dude, they love trying to
Field
disrespect this one way.
Takes 11 out the game. That gap close off the board.
And that's exactly what we're talking about. One little error like that will always go punished by G2, because you take the player change out of the equation, you've still got that pre-existing core, and for Valen, the guy's happy to take aggressive peeks. It's in his nature.
And I think this is the biggest learning experience from BBL, right? Like, for instance, in Tier 2 11, maybe being able to take those extra couple of steps, right? And at this moment in time, in
Rip,
terms of
top
Tier 1
middle.
talent, he's not truly
So it's
found
break trip, go
himself
into
being punished
market
every
push.
single
Oh my
time.
god, that
And look, right
was
here,
nice.
the trap set up, Giacomo straight away on the mark.
Yampy trying to dissect this one. Not knowing where to go, calls the only play that he can possibly make in the situation.
G2 are playing well.
Through the smoke before it fades, but when it
There's
does,
a lot of nice
the
stuff going on.
curtain falls on BBL for yet another G2 round.
Yeah, fantastically played. That's all you can say. It is simple stuff. And BBL are just slowly walking into traps, not realising the setup that G2 have been having.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. This was absolutely gorgeous. As soon as they walk up towards top mid, punishment, maybe the smoke dispersal doesn't work
MIBR
out in their
changes.
favour.
Dude, the rumored roster's really good.
I think the side swap is definitely going to be interesting to look at when you consider the utility that BBL will have for the defense. But right now, the amount of success that G2 have been able to find already, it's going to be making them feel confident coming into that swap when it heads on over.
Okay, one-way smoke. We've got
BBL
Prowler.
now
We
these
set up
rounds
Trent
just
over towards
asking
A.
questions
They're
of the
doubling
setup,
this
trying to
though.
find that information and what exactly
Because they
is
have
gonna
been
work, where the
disrespecting
gaps
this a lot.
lie. But G2 very swiftly rotating how they're playing this, and
Info
you're walking
trip
into the
into
traps
kill
once
trip.
more.
I mean, Hazard, that's the thing, right? You're seeing BBL.
Okay, this
are
makes a lot of
asking
sense though, right? They're playing off
For the
site
most
because of the
part,
ults, and they
G2
can go
have
far
the
back if
answers.
need be.
Sending it through, the trap wires actually catching players, and well, Leaf will easily collect that.
Damn, same trip. Got
Jogamo getting in on the act as well. Right now, BBL have to rely upon Chua to try and get something to work with. He's got the first, but can't quite get the second.
Oh,
Rolling
oh,
Thunder
missed
to try and
close.
push back
Damn,
side,
nice
but
though.
Chua is
Dude,
the one to get
Chihuahua is
three.
really on top of it.
BBL,
He actually had a couple of
they're locking
rounds
up
where
this
he's like
round and
smoke
looking to take it
predicted where
themselves.
people are.
From Chua, but this
I
is
think it's
gonna
been
be
a cipher
another
every single
quick
time.
From G2, or at the very least, they'll have the info on a couple of those players.
Tether Trails giving away
where players are playing from, but it's still slow
Brilliant
and
sees.
methodical from
Whoa,
G2.
check
They
left.
make their way in.
Oh my goodness, these two are on each other's screen.
And the retake. Trent was on the spike, but didn't realise Chua was to the left-hand side.
Heard him jump as well. That is insane solo round. But we had 4-person distract over towards here, walks through market, gets a side shot, and then picks up the gun. But then everything else is just lovely from this. Like first one's a freebie, then everything else is incredible.
He is. 5 kills gives BBL their 4th round. Sometimes you've just got to rely on an individual, and having brought a set of new names into this team, that's exactly what it's about. On G2's side of things, I feel like they managed the situation well, but a couple of little gaps were what went punished in the end. Well, coming into this last round, Hazard, there is still chips to be used. And they have to be used, or else they'll never be able to be used again. The expiry date is up. And well,
we fully send this. I like this from G2. They looked at these two ults and they're like, well, we don't want to get X-Sected on, so they just go super aggro. And then they kind of have a bait over towards middle now. Like, Jogamo's dead, but... Wait.
He'll keep going. There's plenty left in the tank.
Damn.
And now this is
Okay,
something
there it happened. It's all good. That doesn't count as a
You
curse.
come into a round where you run straight into the
This whole setup was pretty
What
nice.
did G2 do in terms of
Honestly, this push
change-up?
and the
It's just a
call
little
of the
bit
timing of
more
this push was
aggression.
good because of the
Still,
double
the
ults that they
trap's
had
up
also
on
last
B.
round.
The one
And
top
then
mid just broken. Leaf has slotted
this
right
setup
into
of
the
using the
back line,
new
and there is a double-pronged approach
new
to
box
this
is pretty
A
cool.
hold. The fact that
The
G2
Petra box
have
or what?
information on
Think we
every
call it?
single place that
Petra?
BBL goes is going to be a disaster, and what's even more of a disaster is that Haunt not being shot. It gives away both players. And as soon as that happens, Leaf starts to take his timing. It's cerebral. BBL
Yeah, now what do you do? Just pop the KO and pray?
But they realize the game is up. They've got to go.
Damn, it is a good heart from G2.
Into Valen's open arms. That makes for number 8. Yeah, it does. And
America's
then
warned us.
Fulham
Oh yeah,
towards
that's
the
true.
side switch.
Sorry,
Now
Minnie.
moving
Sorry.
forward, you were talking about the defensive utility, Hazard. What is the saving grace here for BBL as we look at an 8-4 half? I think you've got to
Valen? I mean, he played so well.
The util differences between the
Falling
two
was
on
good
this
as well.
defender's side. You're going to have access to Sociable's knife. If he's got those lineups down, you can collect early info on the mains. It should inhibit.
The losers
what
get
G2 are
eliminated.
trying to
It
do,
is
setting up
double
Chua
a limb
and
bracket.
as
They will go to a
well,
lower
Chua
bracket.
being able to
Everything's the
defend
best of
against
one
the
whole
Neon
tourney.
with those traps. In terms of what G2 have to break it, they don't have the raise nade. They're not playing the Sova because they've gone for the fade as well, so no shocks. It's pretty much just the breach bomb. So you've got to be pretty straightforward in terms of what you go for, and that's when we then look to the macro once
it depends really, Gabri.
Exactly they want to pull
If you got the money.
The other saving grace has it is remember that Cypher unbreakable trip is gone off the board. And I guess like you could argue Ray's a lot more defensive in the utility. Yeah. The fact that you can stop pushes. Right now, G2 just set Jog off. Like a dog off the leash.
I mean, they got so much map control right now.
Some say
Pressure, and they wanted to do a full one. This is the problem when doing a full one when you don't go aggro.
It was. It's like the Stig.
Okay, so then there's double question mark, so they decide to clear the question mark over towards mid. There's double duel at the same time.
The duelist
in Cypher middle.
And I tell you what, he's found the opener for them here as well. Leading the charge towards A, it's opened up for post. The thing is though, Hazard, while they got the entry pick, losing the player in mid gives BBL so much freedom not to look towards mid anymore and to actually just focus fully on that A site.
They should be so fine. Valen saves Omen Flash. That's the Omen Flash we were talking about.
Motion. G2 are 2 steps ahead of the curve. Sliding back in his jaw for more. He won't.
This is nice from G2 though, right? Pressure over towards mid, pressure over towards B, make a weak over towards A. We have stun to clear this off. Then we just hit over towards a weaker A site as they're trying to work out how to clear the question marks on B. Oh my! Holy shit, that would have been insane. Dude, I was just yapping looking at the minimap and just tuned in for a little bit. That was nuts, dude. Yeah, that would have been crazy. 15 to... Dude, look at the score, the kill difference.
And I think you're seeing that fragging power and
Dennis.
confidence as well.
Damn, Dennis, thank you so much. 55 altogether now. 5 gifted right now. Appreciate you, Dennis. That you know what to do. Get the slug oiler. Get the spam going. If Dennis gifted you, make sure you say thank you.
The only player going positive.
Oh, he actually nearly won this.
The only one right now who I think has that sense of comfortability about the playing environment when you've got 4 who've come up from challenges. Well, that's it, right? Like, you look towards this. Yampy's played, well, somewhat played against these sorts of players before, right? Internationally, has that experience. This is his level. He's expected to try and push BBL.
Yeah, let's see how they
towards the
wanna.
international stage.
We were talking about this being
Coming into this
priority.
round, though, I
Might not be
mean,
the best
Sight
round
Team
for it
Team
as an
BBL
example,
are
but
now looking to
and
be
a G2 have got
proactive
that
through mid and clear that
unlocked at
out
the
with
moment, right?
Luckles, but there's
Got a
nothing
trip
G2
for the
give them
info.
no scraps
We got
whatsoever.
3 people over
Not
towards
even a
site. We get to smoke out early, and then later, if we
Nothing
wanted,
at
we could
all.
probably have 2 people behind the smoke spamming the good plant.
Hoping that these sheriffs
So the
can do
difference, if
some
we're just looking
damage,
at
take
after
some
plant at the
weapons off
moment,
the
again,
board.
not the
As you
best round
say,
because
that's another ragtag
it's against an
purchase from
eco, but
G2. They'll make the most of what they've
ooh,
got.
that was
Nice
kind of
stun,
nice.
Brilliant nade. Leaf and Trent both low, but the capitalization will not be there. The weak are defended by the strong. G2
Yep.
up to double digits. Trial by fire so far by for BBL. They have truly been looking at, they look at what they want to be, right? Like G2 are that year ahead in terms of evolution and what the project looks like. Years ahead. in terms of
The
core.
default with the trip
So,
here, yeah,
with
it's
that being
nice.
said, still some promising signs. Moving into this,
I'm liking a lot of, like, when people are using deadlock, the
Yamp is
attack
full off of his roller
defaults, how
coaster
people are
after
using
the
like
goals,
aggro trips,
and the
that we
pistol,
kind of saw get a little bit more popular with Cypher is nice.
One off of the,
I think it works a little bit better than the trip, honestly.
Yeah. You have to remember the first round that BBL picked up was the anti-bonus. In the
People are doing it on
previous
Ascent a
half.
little bit, but it's
Statistically here,
it's got
they
better on
should
other maps.
outmatch G2.
Okay, let's tune in for this. 10-4, BBL have to do an
Stinger
absolute
in Jogmo's
madness.
hands is as good
Winners
as
plat chat
any
in
gun
an
you
hour and
could
4
probably ask for
minutes.
at this point in time. We'll be
I
walking
might have
towards that
to
Cypher setup.
stop
Kill
midway
trips
through the next
and
best of one.
Cam prepared by Chewer. But can he stand the task which BBL seem to have tripped over themselves several times so far?
A trip on the floor so the Prowler goes over it, like that. Yeah, Jogamo needs to wait
In the
there.
meantime,
Still
the
like,
state of play isn't that every
still
single
reveal.
player for G2 is on the east side. There is a lurker coming through and Leaf later on. In terms of what's happening on the site, BBL have taken the advantage and stopped any plant from going down. Trent holding on towards CT.
They
Leaf
actually
now
did
getting
pretty
into
good damage.
position
The
to
Jonah
hold
Peak
short.
could
The
maybe
Willis goes down. Players
win
are
this
making
round.
their way on towards site, and they're not winning the fights at all. G2 go one to the goods. Looking worlds apart
Leaf's done so
in this
good.
round, and BBL soon.
And then he's created pressure here, and he's instantly, no hesitation, gone back to this angle. Dude, Leaf has owned this round. That was so nice, bro.
Setting this
Fair play.
match alight on Sunset. It's at the expense of BBL. You always like you see.
There was
Leaf
no
come in with
hesitation
that,
in his
like,
brain here.
martial
That's cool.
weight. Oh, I mean, honestly, you don't expect him to get much, and then he gets like the full round on basically being alleviating that short pressure. I mean, yeah, absolutely insane from BBL. The big thing for me as well, kind of from what I'm seeing so far in this game, it just has to be confidence and nerves, because it's one thing to play that first game.
The
against
G2 team?
Gozen,
Ah, yeah, if they're
but
playing
then
like
to
this.
play a team which we've seen
If they're playing like this,
constantly, in these international
looks good for
events,
next
from
year.
Shanghai to Seoul, G2
There's a lot of
have
good
been
decisions being
there.
made.
Yeah. And it is reflected in the scoreline as well. I think for me, Hazza, the other thing to look at is it's a best of one, right? Like, you have a bad map like now, BBL would then be able to say, look, guys,
Paper
we
Exchange
now
tomorrow? Yeah, I'm
understand
looking
what the
forward to
level is. Now we go into map 2 and respond. They don't get that opportunity.
You think G2 could win a Masters or a Champs with this roster? Yeah, easily. Like they should be one of, like when you're mentioning like 5 teams that you expect to win next year, I think everyone would have G2 in there. Considering how they did last year, then they get an upgrade.
It's difficult. Like BBL are just trying to stop.
They should be in. They should be in most people's top 5.
Every opportunity.
It's a little bit harder because Americas is stacked, but
as well to mention, because you know, walking around the event, even in terms of that confidence, you have sort of seen a lot of the less experienced teams walk in and kind of say to themselves, like, oh guys, you know, no one knows us here. You've got that sense of the unknown. You want to use that to your advantage. You've not really seen it from BBL, and on this round, it is just G2 walking in and making the
Jesus,
game
look at
their
it.
own. And the city at the end of the sun, it
give
might
you
just
motion
be the end of the
sickness, man.
road for BBL. 12-4, and the guns come back up after a
alright.
flawless round. Yeah, we said that this side
8
of the
chances.
bracket was always going
It's
to
really
be
nice.
tough, because there's almost an inevitability about facing G2, and the task at hand would be to face up against them.
N Baylor, thank you so much for the
BBL
Prime. I
are
appreciate you using the Prime on me. Thanks for the 5 months.
and final timeout. I mean, again,
Okay, you get the gun out. Someone was saying earlier that like the neon nerf is like how fast you get your gun out Again, this isn't official. I'm just saying that someone in chat was saying that they want that. Like how fast you get the gun out in the slide. That was incredibly fast to get the gun out there, I swear.
In firm control, and that's exactly what we're talking about.
What'd you do against that? Hey, just tank it.
Very different stages.
Hit the first shot when it's sliding.
Evolution. To take some positive points, I think Yampy again has played well. You weren't really going to be wondering too much about what we would get
Timeout is a bit late.
But it's nice to know at the very
I mean,
least the calling hasn't been
but
on his own individual
like what?
performance.
There's been one buy round.
Not
Really. Like if you look into retrospective the half, you're either calling it on the timeout. Sorry, you're either calling it on the eco or you're calling it on the other buy. Like you're never doing it before these first 3 rounds. Not really. But maybe they should have been over towards this half at one point. But I think they had that as well pretty early. The timeouts have been fine. There was a timeout on attack, I swear. I swear it was like here.
We're going to be building around that Rolling Thunder once more. Trent only a single.
So when are the Jinx drops available? 20.
To slow down BBL.
Oh no, the mods are going to get angry. 23rd?
Immediate fast lane.
24th?
Into elbow. Oh, popped already. The guy just doesn't care.
Lexi's furious.
Held back about this. Spike yet to be committed, but a statement of intent as G2 have already taken a lot of space for their own.
Yeah. Well, as they start to move in towards the site, they still haven't cleared Chua, and that's the big thing. And now, Hazard with the neural.
My goodness, Yampy.
They know exactly where players are. They've been a bit loose in terms of the
absolutely sent it with that ult.
I
mean, they're going to get some confidence rounds.
Trying to capitalise and extend themselves one step further, but they still have to be wary about where G2 is. Leaf at least gets one back, but will leave it in a 1 versus 4 for Valen.
Known for his clutches.
And the Scottish accent for casting is pretty sick, to be fair. Griffpo, thank you so much for the prem. Thank you.
A 5th round on the board for BBL, but it's individual heroics once more, which have put them there.
Yeah, 12 to 5. I think BBL just need to keep rolling with the punches, right? There's going to be a few rounds before they're able to break that buy of G2s, and that's what you're going to be.
12-5, same map. Yeah.
Kind of even see the shakiness in the setup there as well, and the investment of the ult, which is now missing from BBL after those first 2 kills had been found, and there was no further capitalization from G2 in the situation. The hesitancy to make the right play, but as we said before, this is the off-season. These are the testing grounds.
This is nice.
Anywhere to make a mistake, it would be here.
The one far back shoots the door, so you don't expect close. Damage goes in, breaks a trip if it's there, clears the corner. Put the spam on behind it as well in case they've had to move back. That one towards middle, so you have a perma crossfire if they try and push back.
I mean, the thing is, though, BBL are just happy to hold on to...
It goes in, you get in the smoke though, right?
They're happy to give up mid to G2. Holding on top mid, like holding on towards market. The traps give the passive info, and realistically, G2 won't have any access to the sites without giving info to BBL.
Valen's still holding the torch.
We do a lot into this. 2-person fake with the breach stun. Tether. Dude, they tethered close to see if anyone was close. If there's any trails on the floor.
They are yet to call it in, but he's spotted by 11, and that's going to be the first pick that BBL.
Wait, this is a cool round from G2.
The rest of the numbers need to do their job and hold this one down, though. Already Valen in so far as the backside with his ult, and they can set up quite comfortably here to convert from a 4-on-4.
I mean, look at towards the plant spot as well, Hazard. It's towards the old plant spot that used to be so powerful. And that
is what we talk about though with the VIP. As soon as they smoke here, it just means it's retaking this should be pretty hard. What do they got? Roman flash.
It's all about the experience, the stress, the nerves in the moment. Could they perhaps not account for Trent's flank? It'll be coming in, but for the time being, G2 needs to hold on the site, and Jonah can do that. Trades out with Yampy. 3 versus 3 situation. BBL come back to life. Trent to save the day. His reveal has noted sociable. He'll go wide.
Oh boy. I mean, nicely done from Trent. Dude, Trent didn't have too many kills, but his impact in Utah was really nice here. This whole round from G2 was pretty cool.
Yeah, Hazard. It was always going to be a tough task going up against G2 for BBL.
But I mean,
Yeah, they could have played a little bit better in the 1v2, right? For sure. Got across. He had 19 kills. Oh, really? Wait, who is at the bottom? Who was I confusing him with? Is it Jonah P? Yeah, take it all back. Trent had all the kills. It was Jonah? Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry.
And I think for the most part, BBL had some positives, but G2 had much more positives.
Yeah, literally the third highest frags. Okay. I thought it was this.
It was always going to be him. And with that Neon pick on Sunset, if this is something that they can possibly take into next year as well, then as we
How
said
far
before,
do you think?
it's
I don't know,
diversifying
Lexi.
their options,
Not that
giving
far.
them a whole lot more that they're able to achieve.
I'm bigger
And
these days, that's the issue.
ultimately, I'm just a big fan of
We
what
had the
we've got
whole
here. We saw
season of
both
Balkan,
aspects to it,
not
the
leaving the
meeting of
house and
minds,
just eating.
the supportive play, the aggressive aspect, a few fakes thrown in there. Yeah, only positives to take. I mean, that's right. We always are the biggest.
Trent played incredible.
Out of like the changes that G2.
I mean, just everything. Like honestly, just if you just look at how G2 played this whole game was pretty nice.
To G2. We've seen a little taste in Spotlight, but now we get the real deal, right? I mean,
Yeah, what do we do?
From his performance,
What do we do? What's the next game? Because Plancha, I'm not gonna be able to watch the whole of the next game. I wonder if I just raid someone now and then come back later and get some food before plat chat. Could raid Mike's. Could raid Mike's. What's the actual game, chat? Do we know? Should have my turn being late. Could be kind of fun.
And look competitive against whatever opponent it is that you have to beat to get past the post and to qualify for the main event. Yeah, I mean, those main event teams have been in the round. We'll be watching the games. But with that being said, Hazza, we do have an interview coming up. It is with a G2 player, but it's not the G2 player you would have thought. It's Mimi. How's it going?
I'm good. I'm good.
How's been chilling at the Red Bull Arena, or the Berlin Arena, sorry, kind of being around the practice rooms and stuff?
It's pretty cool here.
Yeah,
I'm
it'll be
very
lower
excited
bracket
to
game,
see the
right?
rest of the events.
God, I think I'll raid. Did you say Mike's is streaming?
So you've obviously been here for a while now.
Getting some food before plat chat makes sense.
BCC, you've got another spotlight coming up in Americas as well. Just working with some of the G2 players, and from a performance like that, what can you really say about where this roster is at the moment, and what to sort of expect from them in future?
I mean, we all know that they're still very new together, and already beating Tier 1 EMEA. I mean, they're also new, but I don't think they're just as new. It feels good for as a G2 player, feels bad as an EMEA player, but yeah. I'm cheering for G2 all the way, and I'm sure that I'll see them at every event this year.
And for you as well, like, you played against BBL earlier on in the tournament. How was that going up against like what is such a new roster as well?
Obviously, on paper we got pretty stomped, but I think that we did overall fine for what the score was. I think we had a lot of good rounds. Yeah. I think it's very obvious that they're just a better team with like better individuals, and that's definitely what we're lacking. But it was fun. It's rare that we get to really play up against teams like this, so I enjoyed it. Even though we got smacked.
Yeah, it's been a good experience. It's always great to watch you guys play. And in terms of what you will take away from home ground, having competed, played a couple of different teams, and I imagine hanging around for the rest of the event, what's the biggest thing that you have to say about it sort of heading into next year as well?
I mean, I feel like we're still doing the same mistakes that also lost us champs, for example. So it's just going to be like a full big learning experience, and then the same for Spotlight, just personally like what we can learn in Gozen, and then we're just gonna take it all for next year, rest until next year, and be a different team.
Yeah. Are you looking forward to that rest? Like, what is that, like this is your 5th LAN, then you're going into Spotlight, which will be your 6th. Like, it's been a long time. Yeah, I have not been away from like I went on bootcamp the 18th of September, and I have not been off from bootcamp since. So I'm excited, but I am also just very competitive, and I'm very excited for next year already. So I just know like a few weeks into the break, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, I want to play again. So I'm excited for both. Yeah, we can actually bring your clutch up that you got earlier as well. So something more to celebrate. And I just want to quickly ask you, what was going through your head in this situation?
I was just trusting my my sound sensor to just have my back. And then I just hold mouse one, and I was like, okay, please, just go into it.
I think that opens a good window to ask as well. You know, playing.
He will be watching the next matches. Is in Mike's? Okay, perfect.
The next patch in general and what we've got coming up.
I have not seen too much of it, but talking about the Phantom, I'm definitely a Phantom player now. Watch me on every map with Phantom, and if you catch me with a Vandal, it's only because I forgot that the Phantom changed.
Yeah, and I want to like.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how many people keep using the Vandal.
Floor getting a chance at maybe
okay,
what
chat.
Do you think of that as well?
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I hope that me and Four gets to duo and stuff. I really need a carry to get me to Radiant, and I'm sure she will be the one.
Yeah.
But overall, I think it's really cool. Epix is a team that I support because they have a Vova, my Danish homie, and even more reason to cheer for them now. So I'm really excited to see how it's gonna go and how they're gonna shape her as a player, because she's still so young, and that's just super exciting.
Yeah, so final thoughts before we wrap up then with,
okay, pretty cool. Chat. So we're gonna raid Mike's. I've got plat chat in 50 minutes, so I'm just gonna eat some food, and then if this tournament is still on by the time I've finished, I'll just boot up the stream and we'll watch the last matches, okay? Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Thank you for people that are wondering as well. I will be watching the Paper X Gen G game tomorrow, and then we're going to watch the main tournament of Home Ground as well. I don't know if I'm watching the GE game or if I'm going to watch the RRQ game tomorrow as well. I haven't really decided. All right, I'll see you all in a little bit. Be nice to Mike's. All right, peace, everyone. Peace. See you in a bit.
We're heading over to a break, but when we return, we'll have the next game up for you. Thank you so much, Mimi.
YouTube chat. Thank you so much as well, guys. Thank you. I'll see you soon.
We've got plenty more coming up, so stay tuned.